I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Twitch, and we're gonna get started right now. Um, I feel like I'm gonna go on a lot of tangents today, so I do want to work out of the structure of the Canva deck that I have. There's so much energy. I feel so, like, different today. I don't know. It just feels nice today. Hi, Marissa! Marissa, I have interesting news for you. Wait, Marissa? You have been such a lovely person for such a long time in my streams, and yesterday I was like, I just want to give a gift. I think you left earlier, like 5 minutes before I ended, but I made you moderator. No one comments anything on the YouTube lives except for you, so you're moderating yourself, but you're the head moderator. Do what you will with that. Do what you will. That is forever your title if you want it. You can also tell me to remove it, but if someone says something mean, you can be like, behave, sir, or lady. There do be weirdos sometimes, but I ignore them typically. Aw, thanks. You're welcome. Marissa has been such an amazing supporter. Yesterday I was in such a bad mood. I was just feeling so weird. But I just kind of remembered you guys are like showing up even when I'm like a small streamer and just kind of doing whatever, and that just means the world to me, like, quite literally. Marissa says, I'll keep the people kind as you grow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I trust you with that and much more, believe me. Oh, I don't want to get emotional, but I feel so good today. I was saying that I was not going to go into tangents. But yeah, I just wanted to shout you out, Marissa. Thank you so much for showing up. I know you have a busy life. You have kids. You have a job. You have all these other responsibilities. You could be doing anything. You could quite literally be doing anything in this fucking world. And you're here supporting me. And you've been here when I was just like streaming on a freaking laptop. Isn't that crazy? I was streaming from a laptop. My audio was always trash. It still is trash. It's a little bit less trashier. And you like saw me struggle with like a lot of the different tech stuff. Like I don't know how you had patience for that shit. But yeah, OG laptop streamer, OG, man. Now I have like 2 monitors. I have like lighting. I have the camera now. Can you imagine watching these streams on a grainy camera? My god, that was like Marissa. So yeah, that's dedication. Now you get the good camera. Now we all collectively get to see my imperfections. Dude, I hate how my skin kind of like glows right here. That's just sweat, or like my face. But that's like, I was just sitting outside all day. Let me, okay. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use it. So this is what I work out of for structure. My live stream schedule, it's up in the air right now because I've been applying to a lot of different jobs, and I'll get into that right now. But if you wanted to learn more about me, there's a little freaking script right there. If you want this link in the news, it's in my YouTube description, so you can go to my YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you can stalk me on the stuff and you'll find my YouTube. And personal updates. Okay. I love axolotls, hence the axolotls. There's also one behind me in my room. And I got it from the dollar store. And my little brother found this axolotl thing. But I can switch over to the big camera. I just really need that like little structure in the beginning because I feel like I just go on a million tangents and it helps me like organize my head and that I have like a game plan. But yeah, it feels like spring today. It's crazy. It's amazing. I'm a spring baby. I was born March 6th, so I've been waiting for this weather for such a long time. I feel like it's like the only time I feel like me or alive, if that makes sense. Typically I wear like black hoodies. I'm in a pissy mood. I just want to stay in my room for most of the year, but like March and April are like utterly my favorite. I feel like that's the only time I'm like more, yeah, just alive. I feel like me, myself, I'm blooming as well with the flowers. So yeah, I just really just I'm excited to do a lot of interesting things right now. break my bubble. I was talking about that a lot in my stream yesterday. I just kind of like want to break the bubble I've been in for such a long time. I've been very comfortable this past year. I've spent too much time watching streamers live their life and not really living my life. But I mean, it's been nice to like observe and to learn and to like hopefully apply the things that I've seen to my own stream, so that whoever's lonely or whoever's joining or whoever likes sustainable fashion, environmentalism, and social justice can like join in and like feel less alone in the journey of this thing that we're doing in life. Sorry, I don't know why I got a message for Twitter. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I feel really grateful for all the stuff that I've learned throughout this year. And like yesterday I was just kind of struggling with like, how do I approach it? Like, how much time do I have? Like, everything just feels so overwhelming, especially when I don't have a job, especially when I'm thinking about donating plasma, which can be really scary for someone like me that has a lot of body issues and doesn't have the most stable eating habits. So I there's a lot of stuff that I'm always constantly trying to figure out, and sometimes it can be debilitating, and then other days I just feel like, okay, like I can actually like do life and like I can have hope and I can like thrive and stuff. So today was definitely like one of those days that I hold on to really dearly when things get really dark. I feel like a metaphor just came to me of like how my room is like how I want my life to be, and I project it even more because of my streams. Like, the online world is scary. It's really dark. It's full of randos. It's full of I guess stress and danger essentially. But I try to project something wholesome, I guess, sweet, cute, just because I want people that are like that in my life, and I just don't know if I can actually reach them, but I try to project what I want. Even if like I'm feeling bad myself, if I'm like wearing the black hoodies, if I'm like sad, like I always try to project what I want so that I can eventually have it and get to these sort of days, if that makes sense. Like, my idealism always hopes for these sort of days today. So I'm just really happy I'm having like one of those days. I didn't control it. It just came to me. I did not sleep at all tonight or yesterday, which is concerning, but also like I'm okay because I did sleep a bit. So what happened is yesterday, I don't know if anyone was here, Marissa, Carrie, I or whoever else jumped in, but I was feeling really tired, so I took a caffeine pill that my little brother recommended. He bought them at Walmart, and he said that the caffeine pill has the caffeine pill has the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee worth of caffeine, if that makes sense. So it should have given me the same amount of caffeine as a coffee, you know? And I took it at 4 because I was feeling really bad and I had to stream at 5, and it didn't kick in. I was feeling really tired, really moody throughout my stream, and then I logged out, right? And I took my bath, I ate my food, I was on my phone, I watched my show, I kind of tried to read, but I just could not fall asleep. I just couldn't fall asleep. I was like literally right there, like, why can't I fall asleep? And it, like, hours just passed, and I was like, why am I not getting sleepy? So I just went on TikTok because that's usually how I get tired, and I wasn't getting tired whatsoever. I tried watching YouTube videos. I kept analyzing the videos, and it was like 3 in the morning, and I was like, bro, I'm still like, my brain is still active for some reason. Like, I'm still analyzing videos, because usually when I analyze stuff like videos or streamers, like, I get kind of tired and I get like lethargic because of all the information processing that's happening, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just kind of processing what I just watched, and it takes a lot of like circuits, but I wasn't getting tired. So I was like, what is happening? It was 4 a.m. at one point, and I was like, I am still here. Like, why am I not drifting off? And at one point I was like, should I stream? What should I do? There was another streamer doing a challenge, and it was weird to like watch people at 4 in the morning, so I logged off of Twitch. I didn't want to stream myself because I was like, why would someone watch me at 4 in the morning? And I tried to read a book, but my brain was just like buzzing in such a weird way. It was definitely the caffeine pill. Um, I I have to tell my little brother about it. I haven't talked to him today, but I don't know what the hell happened. But like my neurodivergence, it's very interesting because it reacts to caffeine different than a typical brain. I don't know if anyone has seen those like theories or like perspectives from people that are like on the autistic sort of side or neurodivergent side of the world or life, but whenever I take coffee or like drink coffee, I get more tired. So when I took the caffeine pill, I was like, if anything, it's gonna make me more tired. But it actually like just made my brain buzz in a very soft buzzing way, and it just kept helping me analyze like everything I was watching online. So I have like so much information in my head, and so when I went to sleep at like 5:30 in the freaking morning, I had all these tabs jam packed in my head that I didn't know how to like normally process. Like I don't normally have that all that information, so I just didn't know how to normally process that. So I went to sleep with all that information in there, and I was half awake the entire time. So when I woke up at 10, which was only like 4.5 hours of sleep, I just had the sense that I was processing the stuff. So I didn't even feel like I slept. And then at 10:30, I was getting ready for the day. I shipped out the whatnot stuff that I had to do from yesterday because I didn't do it in the evening. So I shipped out my whatnot sales. And then around 11, I was like, let me just go sit outside. And I just stayed out there for hours. And I was just not doing anything. Like my brain was just kind of like dead. It was just dead. Like my brain is always like circulating. It's always running. Like my brain never stops. Like you think I'm putting on like a show or like I'm being very projective with like my thoughts or like my voice or whatever in these streams. Like no, this is quite literally me just vocalizing like what's going on in my head. Is just when I'm tired or like not in the mood, I speak very slowly. But I guess today you can really see like how fast my head works and how fast I need to project it to get all the points across. It's just usually I'm just tired and I can't like vocalize it fast enough, so I like have to pause a lot to like try to keep up with what's going on in my head and like try to reorganize it because my mouth is not keeping up with my head, if that makes sense. But today I can keep up, but it only came from me just like being blank in the morning. Like I just sat outside from like 11 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. to like, what was it, 3, 4? And then I got ready for the stream. So I've just been sitting out there. I was just sitting in the sun. I felt like I was one with nature. I had no thoughts. I felt like I unlocked a new levels of like peace or something. Like I wonder if this is what people feel like when they're like, oh, I can't hear thoughts in my head, or when people are like, oh, I was just chilling. I don't know how to fucking chill. So I was just kind of grateful. I was like, wow, this is what like chill people with like just like no massive tabs open are like. But I was not dissociative, but just kind of like my head was like blank. I don't know how to describe it. It was just blank. I think it was just loading. I think that's how I would describe it. But I do have another update on life. I know I streamed yesterday, so maybe this is repetitive, but if anyone is new or lurking, I do want to say don't take fucking caffeine pills. That shit was wild. What happened with my brain chemistry? I have no freaking clue. I'm concerned, like, the repercussions of the pill with my body and my brain. And I'm definitely not on a good sleep schedule because of it. Like, it's not going to continue happening, obviously. I'm not going to continue taking the pills. But I'm concerned of, like, what an all-nighter will do to my body, because I only slept for, like, 4.5 hours, technically, but I was half awake the entire time. And I didn't host my Whatnot show today because of it. I was just, like, so out of it. I woke up at 10:30. I'm supposed to have my Whatnot show at 11, right? So, I just didn't have any time, and take an hour to do my makeup every morning. So yeah, it was just not gonna happen. So I canceled on the Walnut show. I know, Marissa, you had saved it to support me, I think. Who else? Carrie also as well saved the stream to help me. And then I think someone else saved it as well. I just don't know who the other person was. But yeah, I had to cancel that. But good news from me just kind of like being outside and like just chilling. I was able to look for jobs. I was just kind of like casually scrolling, not really thinking about it. And I did find a thrift store opening for different positions at different stores. It's like a company within a company within a company, and they have like different thrift store positions. So I applied to be like the lead floor associate to like organize the behind the scenes donations, and they're looking for someone that's full time, but they're also looking for like general like part-timers. So I went for like the full-time floor associate, like quote unquote like lead or manager. I put in my college education, I put in my experiences, so I hope I get it, but it's only $18 an hour, and the hours are kind of wacky. It's kind of like from 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. sometimes, or like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. depending on the day and the store hours. So it would affect my live stream schedule, but I do need a job like ASAP. But the good thing is that the openings for those jobs just happened. Like they opened those up like a couple days ago, like 6 days ago. So I feel like they're still looking for people. Like they're still in the interview process. I don't think they could find someone to fit all the roles within a week. But I guess like the thing I'm kind of wary of is that they're always hiring. But they do have different stores and different roles that's needed. It's just, I guess it's hard to like retain thrift store workers because most people are not passionate about working at a thrift store. While I am, like, a lot of people didn't realize that a lot of people don't realize I work in thrift stores because I'm generally passionate about it and want to have my own thrift store. So like for me, it makes sense to like want to accept the $18 an hour job as a floor lead at a thrift store, at a local thrift store, mind you, that helps local youth, versus like a corporate America job. That's just like my route, and hopefully I can learn a lot from this thrift store. And even if I work there for a couple months or for like half a year, like it's gonna pay my bills. If anything, like $18 an hour is not bad. It's not bad, and it'll help me save up money. It'll like give me good experience, and it's actually like the store that I wanted to like volunteer with that I was mentioning yesterday. But they have a job opening. I just didn't know they had a job opening, so I applied to that. Hopefully I hear back for the floor lead. If not, I can be a store associate, but I do need full-time work. I just really need the money, but we'll see what happens. I applied today right before I jumped on stream, gave them my best experiences. But yeah, I just really feel grateful today to go on stream. Like, it's such a beautiful day outside, but like I much rather be inside, like streaming, talking about sustainable fashion, about environmentalism, about the issues in the world. I never want to be the person that like pushes away issues in society. Like I was kind of reflecting on this a bit, but I feel like I'm the person to run towards issues versus like straying away from them. And I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like I need to run towards things. But I'm that's just the type of person I am. So I'm not gonna stop streaming whether I'm tired or energetic, married or single, having 2 kids or 5 kids. Like, I'm gonna continue to do this stuff until it happens. I don't really see myself stopping, and I really just want to like meet people for who they are versus like what they can give me, if that makes sense. Like, I just want to really connect with people because they care about others, because they care about the sustainability stuff in the world, and hopefully I can grow through that. But yeah, it's just such a like niche topic, I guess you can say. Like, caring about others, caring about people, or the planet. It seems like a niche topic, sadly enough. And so when I say I care about socialism, or I care about like capitalism being dismantled, essentially, when I care about axolotls, it just kind of feels unique, or like such a special interest, when like this should be common sense. It should be common sense. But I feel like it's only common sense to me because I was raised with frontline parents. Like, they were raised, so my parents were raised in Mexico, right? They were raised with nothing. And then they moved to my current city. It's a frontline city, and they have like factory work. So I just feel incredibly lucky in a weird way that I was raised with the parents that I had and the background that I have in my frontline city, because it forced me to see the realities and the horrors of society and allow me to be strong and passionate about doing the right thing. Because if I wasn't doing this, I'd feel like I'd be so lost and immersed in privilege, capitalism, ego, money, just pessimism. And I don't want to be that type of person. I feel like that's the ugliest type of person you can be. I don't really look at people's like looks. I look at their values and like what they stand for, and it pisses me off on a genuine level when you don't stand for anything and you make jokes about shit because you've never lived a struggle. Like, in the most cute way possible, I want people to struggle so they can understand the horrors of our reality and fight for something and actually stand for something versus just talking shit about others and like staying in their privilege. And I just have met so many people that have been so comfortable their entire life and don't want to do anything for anyone. And I think that's horrendous. I feel like that's the most horrible thing you can do. But I can't change everyone. I can't change anyone or everyone. But I just hope to like inspire the people that are already kind of on this path. I mean, it just gets really lonely to be on this path. I feel like we get so like consumed by like the negativity, by like the issues, you know, and it just feels futile to like stand for anything. But that's kind of like what the system wants, for us to give up, to not like actually like push against what's been given to us. So I just hope to question and like spread awareness of things. That's always been my goal. But the point is, it's like I'm just really grateful that I have the background that I have, that I struggled, that I know how to work for my money, and that nothing was ever handed to me, because that builds character and it builds values and it builds the people that we want to create in the world. Like, building empowered, educated queens and kings, you know, like building systems that actually support each other, building like fair wage models and like good policies, and like making sure we're not fucking destroying the earth, and taking care of the planet, and like making sure certain animals don't go extinct. You know what I mean? Like, those, like the common sense things, sometimes we need to come from struggle to like get to common sense. So I just feel really fucking lucky to just be the person that I am, and no one can take that away from me. I feel like the thing that I protected the most in my life is like my not my bread, my brain. That's ironic. My brain, because I feel like no one can ever take away like your, I guess, your values and your intellect with that, if that makes sense. Like, I knew in midst of like so much uncertainty in the world and so much like suffering, like the thing that I could believe in the most was my head, my brain, my logic, like my thinking, my structures, so that I can continue learning and growing and expanding and helping. Like, I know logic can only take you so far, but it's been like what's kept me believing I can think through problems and like create solutions and like have hope. Like, without my logic, I would not have hope, and I would not be in this world. So I just love analyzing what's going on, reading what's going on, helping question, like just being able to like contextualize stuff. So I feel like I'm just lucky to be on the stream today and just helping analyze and contextualize stuff. So yes, Marissa says, so exciting, you found a job opening that feels aligned, sending all the hopes it goes well, and that maybe you can even negotiate for slightly more. Yeah, I want to negotiate so bad. $18 for a full-time job, like a full-time job for a floor lead at a thrift store, that shit is a lot of work. When I worked in Montana as a general like thrift store associate, like I was making $18 an hour, you know. So to be a floor lead, that shit's like more than $18 an hour. But that's kind of like what I'm talking about. It's like we need to like push for more shit. So yeah. Hello Soul says, best of luck for the job. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to work at a thrift store again. And this is like the same thrift store I was talking about yesterday that I wanted to apply to just to volunteer. So yeah, I'm excited. And also, the personality hire most of the time. I do really well in interviews, and then people realize I'm full of fucking anxiety. So imagine, okay, contextualize. So do you see how eloquent and like hyped I am right now? And I look put together. I don't have the black hoodie. I have a necklace, and I kind of look kind of cute. Okay, take that. And then remember what I looked like the other day when I was like cursing everyone out. People only realize the duality after they hire me, which happens a lot, you know. It's fine though. They will like the personality hire. I just know how to talk, I guess, a bit in the interview. Consider it volunteering for $18 an hour. Ooh, that's a good thought. Huh. Yeah, I get paid and I get to volunteer. I feel like that way I can have more fun. Yeah. Carrie, hello. Hello. I love your little emotes. What the heck? Let's hope they're a fan of Albert Camus. What is that? I'm not smart enough for that one. Albert Camus. What the hell is that? Camus. What is it? Is it music? I'm Google. I'm a Google. French philosopher? Oh, I don't know about that one. He explored absurd revolt and moral responsibility, rejecting the existentialist label. Wait, what is this? Wait, I don't really talk about philosophy in work. You know, the thing about me is I act like super like quirky, but I act dumb at work. It's just I don't want to like do more at work, if that makes sense. The only time I flex my thinking is on stream. I don't like try to like be smart at work, if that makes sense. I act stupid. Like I use my looks so that I can get away with like doing less. You know, I say the wrong thing. I say the wrong thing so they can leave me alone. I'm already working for $18 an hour. Like they don't need more. They don't need more. But Albert sounds cool. Philosopher known for absurdity. He defines it as a contradiction, what you expect and what actually happens. Whoa, wait, is there any good books or like things I should look at? Because I pulled up this. The Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Albert Camus. He was a journalist, an editor. Okay, my accent's slowly leaving. An editorialist. Guys, I'm not used to reading the freaking chat. I'm getting distracted. Hollow says what you expect. You from the interview, what they get, you cursing everyone with a beanie on. It's a Hello Kitty beanie though, so it's kind of cute. Dude, I'm such a moody person. You can't really predict what's gonna happen with me. So imagine if like they think I'm smart and put together, and then I come cursing in. Like I need to be consistent at work. You know, I have to be consistent. So I just put on like one personality. Even if I feel this way, I act dumb. Like even if I feel happy, I act mellow. Like I choose one personality, and that's what they get. But if I'm a volunteer, I could be myself in a way. So I'm trying to like figure out how to function in jobs. I think that's kind of like part of the masking thing. I don't know like what version to be sometimes. How was your day? Carrie, I've missed you. You missed my whole intro. No, I'm kidding. I can recap. I did not go to sleep because I took a caffeine pill. My little brother is experimenting so much with random shit. I took a caffeine pill at 4 p.m. That shit locked in at night, and I couldn't go to sleep until like 5:30 in the freaking morning. And I just watched videos and videos and videos and videos and random shit. I didn't even work on anything, so I'm running on very little sleep. Hello, I'm reading for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What the heck? Thank you for sharing the Albert guy. I will definitely read about him. He has a lot of stuff going on. Paradoxes. Starting points. What the heck? I'm reading it. You're just staring at me, but I'm reading it. Like, I'm like scrolling. I was like actually like skimming it while I was talking to Carrie. I do that often. When I'm like doing updates, I'm reading something else. My brain is just, but thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully I get the job. If not, I want to work at a boba tea place, which I applied to right before I jumped on stream as well. $15 an hour though. I have 2 degrees, but I don't care. I like normal people. I hate fucking corporate America. I hate pretentious people. I hate egotistical people. I just want people to act normal. Like, shut the fuck up with your titles. Like, I know so many people with, like, fancy titles. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, if you're doing cool stuff, amazing. I just don't care what your label is, if that makes sense. I prefer working with boba tea shop associates than, like, other personalities, if that makes sense. Because technically I could reach out to people that I know in the past and, like, get fancy fucking roles. It's just I don't want to. I don't want fancy fucking roles and, like, be in those same circles of pretentious ass motherfuckers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just trauma coded with, like, organizing, but I could be like, I don't want to talk about it. I could be in, like, the top global boards of stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I was in a, yeah, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. He deals a lot with suicide as a way to escape absurdity. He doesn't encourage it, but just a fair warning. Okay. Thank you for the warning. Thank you for the warning. Yeah, it's right there. I was seeing it. Don't worry about it. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's basically how my day has been going. I've been outside. I look like I've been outside. Look at the shine. I look like I'm alive today. What the heck? Where's my black hoodie? Where's the emo vibes? Should we get into the news? I don't know what else to share. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, okay, one more thing. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but I've been interested in joining a group called Powder Blue. They're like a content group in Chicago, and they're actually having another event not this Thursday, but the upcoming Thursday on, like, the 23rd. And it's like a movie night, and I've seen their little studio through Instagram, and it's such a cute studio that they got going on. And they're gonna bring together a lot of, like, creatives and video makers and just anyone interested in, like, the organization. They're gonna have, like, a little cute movie night at, like, 6:30 on the Thursday, and then they're gonna do, like, a movie premiere of their new project, which I think is gonna be super cool. I think it's a YouTube project, but I can pull up Blue Powder. They're pretty cool. Guys, I ran out of breath. I was just talking for, like, what was it? How long was that? I can't see how long I've been talking. What? Has it been 30 minutes? I've been talking for 30 fucking minutes, and I haven't breathed the entire time. This is how I'm like with my brothers when I have something I want to share. They're my victims. I knock at their doors. I'm like, guys, do you want to hear something? And I just talk for hours. I like info dump. Is this the same group with Kat? No, it's a different one. Here, I'll show you. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Powder Blue. They're so freaking cool. Their whole thing is to make the internet feel smaller. So they're an indie journalism creative studio based in Chicago, Illinois, trying to have us join their neighborhood stuff. They used to have a magazine, but they're trying to, like, grow their YouTube stuff. Look. So they've collaborated with a lot of different people. So Hank and John, they know them. They used to work for them. They've interviewed really cool creators, bunch of friends. They're super cool. I watch them a lot. They've interviewed Kate. This is the founder. They've interviewed Maya. I love Maya from El Vegas. They actually went on tour 5 months ago. I was so jealous when I saw this video. I was like, bruh, why is everyone is going there except me? Ugh. And then they just know a lot of different creators. I was obsessed with this TikToker, Darren. And I actually interviewed him. I was gonna go to their event, but I never ended up going. But I was obsessed with Darren. Like, Darren is such a funny guy on TikTok. Very unique creator. Marissa, you have to stop putting messages and then deleting it, because I feel like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not ignoring you. And also, you're not really saying anything that mean. Like, I don't... Speak your truth, Marissa. What did you delete? I feel like I put it back in there. Put it back in there. What did you say? I didn't read it in time. I'm not ignoring you or like you didn't say anything wrong. It's just I'm like locked in and the chat's right there, so I can't. But I'm sure you said something conducive. Um, okay, but yeah, that's their YouTube. Marissa, share with the class. Yeah, Marissa, share with the freaking class. Now I'm worried. What did you say? Oh my god, I need to get better at reading the chat. Can I make you not delete your shit? Like, is that a feature to like make you not delete your shit, bro? Remove managing moderator. You're punished. Put in timeout. No, I'm kidding. Dude, what did you say? They're not typing. It's fine. But yeah, so they have an event. They're having an event soon, and I'm sure it's gonna be like a cool YouTube thing, and like they're so well connected with a lot of creators that I love. But like they're just amazing people. Like I've met the founders through a different event, and they're just like so genuinely dedicated to the craft. I think just being around people that care about this will be amazing. Get them to type in Twitch so they can do it. Yeah, Marissa, get to Twitch. Do you want to get on Twitch? Marissa says on YouTube, I thought that YouTube didn't say that you were live, so I was just letting you know, but then I refreshed it and it says you're live. That is actually my bad. I will like to do an admission. Marissa, today I was a bad YouTuber. I was zoned out in my yard, and I forgot to like put the live stream on public, and then I only put it on public 30 minutes before I was gonna go live. But like usually you have to plan ahead and have it up before the 30 minutes, because then it'll give you a notification that you're gonna go live in 30 minutes. But I didn't do that, so I kind of I missed all the marks on YouTube, and then it's not been showing up on my feed. I switched to my personal YouTube account, and my own sustainable more live stream stuff is not coming up on my feed. So I'm not even showing up on my own shit. And I'm like my own #1 fan, so I don't know what's going on. So now it's not even letting you know that I'm live. My goodness. So you have to be like obsessed to know to know if I'm live on YouTube. But I put it on Instagram and everywhere. So I guess if you're just on YouTube, that shit sucks for you then. Oh god, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix it. It's not even showing up for me. Because I try to like screenshot it to like put it on my Twitter to like promote the stream, and nothing was showing up on my For You page or like on my sub thing, my sub tab. Sorry, that was a tangent. You're good though. Thank you for messaging me about that. Please don't delete the messages. I feel like I just don't read the chat fast enough. But I'm thinking about going to an event for Powder Blue. They're having it on Thursday, like I was saying. It's just I'm kind of nervous. Oh my god, I'm already like... Ugh. Marissa says, oh, you're fine. You already go above and beyond by scheduling. I think it's worth worrying about. Oh, I don't think it's worth worrying about. Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I was like, should I look into that? I don't know. I should look into it though. I don't have any control over it though. Okay, we should probably get into the news. That was enough. That was enough personal stuff. Yes, that is my life. That was a lot. That was like freaking 40 minutes of personal time. My god. Oh god, I'm sorry. That was a lot. Okay, do you guys want to get nerdy? Let's talk about like stuff that actually is happening in the fashion industry. Let's learn. There's gonna be a test at the end, so you should listen. Lightspeed Tractor, what a username. He says, or they say, that would be an issue. No, not what it is hard to focus while it's waves hand. No, don't. Bro, are you a troll? Marissa, this is your first test. Okay. We're gonna let Lightspeed Tractor keep on going on. I have no idea what you just commented though. I speak English, but my first language is Spanish because I'm Mexican. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in English, but I'm pretty good at it, but it's not my #1, you know? Okay, Marissa, you have a job now. So, uh, okay, you're not a troll. Okay. I'm just checking. I don't know. Your username was a bit interesting. Um, I was being kind of funny, but kind of serious at the same time. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get into the news. So this one is, can H&M prove sustainability is a growth engine? So essentially, what I want to talk about is H&M. There has been a lot of brands that have been refusing to say that they're fast fashion. Yes, exactly, Hello. It's nerdy fashion time. You got the vibes. So it's been really concerning to see a lot of brands remove themselves from the label of fast fashion, which, if you're not familiar, fast fashion is just a term to describe like the fast production of fashion, essentially. And usually, when there's like fast production, it forces workers in unethical work practices, and um, they're not paid fairly. They're like in those. They're not paid fair. Oh my god, I always get like so emotional thinking about it. They're not paid fairly. They work for way too many hours. Like it's usually like 12 hours every day, and they're trapped in cycles of poverty. So like when I see brands being like, "Oh, we care about sustainability," and "Oh, we're not fast fashion," like that's actively removing themselves from the issues that they're creating. You know, so right now I've been seeing H&M do a lot of like sustainability PR shit, where they're like trying to like prove that they care about sustainability, but at the same time trying to be like, no, we're not like fast fashion. So, you know what I mean? Like just trying to be like the hero, presenting themselves as like we're not the problem when there actually are. Like it's been proven that H&M is one of the major brands that are doing a lot of damage in the world. So Business of Fashion actually talked to Shaiza. Oh my god, what the heck is that name? I always get so confused about names. What the hell are y'all doing with names? That's why, maybe that's why I went on a whole tangent yesterday about Twitch culture. Yeah, I think that's why I went on a Twitch culture rant yesterday. What are usernames? Lightspeed Tractor. I keep staring at yours too. Why? It's just like a OCD thing. Like I just want to know your fucking name. But then I see Shay's, I'm like, oh my god, they're double screwed. So if like she used her username in my chat, I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Just change it. So maybe, okay, maybe I'm not making sense. I'm just gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back. Wallet is an Arabic first name, but I have no idea what the fuck Shay says. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Shayza joins the debrief to unpack H&M's unprecedented climate progress paired with dips in sales, and whether the Swedish giant can escape being slotted in the middle of the pack of the fashion market. It was a joke, Marissa. It's part of his username. It's just a joke on usernames. So the background. In March, H&M released financial results alongside its annual sustainability report, presenting two seemingly contrasting narratives. The company reported a 34.6% reduction in emissions from 2019 levels and also noted that 91% of its materials are now sustainability sourced. However, this environmental progress occurred alongside a 1% dip in sales. They're talking about finances, which is interesting. So they're saying that they're using more sustainably sourced materials. What? But their environmental progress has dipped in sales. What? Dude, whenever I read these articles, I'm like, can you guys get to the freaking point? Like, what are you guys saying? We can also listen to it. Let's listen a bit from the Robo voice, and then I'll kind of like recap with you guys, but okay, here's a feature.
Key insights. As a fast fashion brand, H&M understands that sustainability alone is not going to win back shoppers. Instead, Waleed says the company is trying to translate its recent efforts into something more tangible at the point of purchase. The pitch is not that consumers care about emissions reporting in itself, but that sustainability can function as a marker of quality. As Layla Erder, H&M's head of sustainability, told Waleed during their conversation, our customers don't care about our Scope 3 emissions going down. What they care about is what they're buying. Waleed suggests that one of H&M's biggest challenges is the disconnect between how the company sees itself and how customers perceive it. When we say H&M, I think people are thinking of H&M, the brand. But when H&M talks about itself, they're talking about the whole conglomerate, she says, pointing to brands like COS and Weekday, which occupy a more elevated position. While those labels may successfully compete with higher-end high street players, that distinction is largely invisible to consumers, who still associate H&M with fast fashion, something cheap for an occasion. As a result, while the group may understand how to build more premium propositions across its portfolio, Waleed argues that the core H&M brand itself has not yet meaningfully shifted perception. For all the company's investments and emissions reductions, the core contradiction remains that H&M is still producing and selling huge volumes of clothing. Waleed is explicit about that limitation. They're not addressing the overconsumption and overproduction problem in fashion. At the same time, she notes that H&M is one of the few large players still investing at scale in decarbonization, water reduction, and supply chain upgrades. H&M is investing across sustainability, brand elevation, and new channels like resale, but Waleed cautions that it is still too early to judge whether these efforts are working. They use all these different levers that don't come into one. There needs to be a way to bring that together, she says. Initiatives like Fashion Week shows, collaborations, and younger-facing campaigns are designed to re-engage consumers, but I don't think people have caught traction, just yet. For now, the strategy remains a long-term bet rather than a proven turnaround.
Bro, what the fuck did they just say? Carrie, are you not like a student or something? Is anyone else like taking notes? Just what did they just say? What did they just say? I hate when things just are so ambiguous. Like what was okay, I know these were key insights, but essentially what did they say? I could not follow the AI voice. Yeah, me neither. I couldn't. I kind of low-key zoned out and I was just kind of staring at the yellow thing move across the words and I was like, oh, that's kind of pretty. I like the yellow. I'm reading my poetry book lol. Oh, interesting. Wait, what poetry book? That's okay, you don't have to pay that much attention. That's fine. But the AI voice was difficult to listen to. I feel like it was more monotone than me. Okay, so the main point that I just wanted to illustrate here is that they're gonna just say whatever to excuse them producing and selling a lot of clothing. But like, when I was in school and studying about H&M, like, they only really present the nice things, like cute things, but they have such a fucking history in being so freaking sus. Here, I'll pull up a video. I think a visual would work. H&M fast fashion. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Marissa, oh no, I understood your joke. Okay. I hope he would clarify his comment. Yeah, I don't know what he was on about. I try to be nice, but I'm usually kind of confused. With chatters in general. The book is called You Don't Have to Be Everything, and it's about identity and girlhood. Seems like a quick read for my busy month. Oh, well, thanks for still jumping on, even though you're having a busy month. I'm glad to be your background noise. Okay. H&M and Shein, the real cost of your $4 shirt. Should we trust Upton? He seems cool. 2 years ago, though? Is there a more recent one? The Resale Trap. Oh, I already watched this one. Fast fashion isn't actually more affordable. Here's why. No, that's not getting to a point. I'm listening, don't worry. Okay.
These are the moments.
So,
and if you've been
so I never got that ad blocker. So, how's the weather? Oh God, thank you.
All that goes into making something like this, how can a company bring this to you for $12?
Americans buy 5 times more clothes today than we did in the 1980s. And we wear each item of clothes just 7 times on average before tossing it. The fashion industry is in a race to the bottom. How cheap can our clothes get?
Made in India, made in Bangladesh, made in China.
Shein is a very big beast. It is a huge online shopping platform that has become very famous for selling pieces at the lowest cost possible.
The industry is a major contributor to global greenhouse gas emissions, and the biggest culprit? Fast fashion. I mean, why actually take care of your clothes when you can just buy a new shirt?
The fashion
Yeah, let's just go buy something. It's not like the world is on fire, you know? It's not like there's child labor. What's this? What is this? Seems good. Yeah, seems good. What are these emotes? Okay, Marissa says H&M sucks is what I got from that article. They want us to applaud them for COS while they continue to overproduce and make zero changes. Yeah, it's just... Why can't they just be honest about it? Why can't they be like, guys, we're pieces of shits and we want our paycheck and just keep buying from us. Just keep just the system in place, you know? No, they gotta be talking BS all the time.
industry as a whole is 10% of the world's global carbon emission. That's more than all shipping and air travel combined.
The price of this t-shirt is $4.90. Imagine buying a t-shirt for the price of your morning cup of coffee.
In New York, I was like, I had like lint on my shirt that I was wearing, and I was like, you know, like I can go to H&M, $15. I can buy a new collar.
You don't need it, brother. Have you heard of a thrift store? If anyone goes to a thrift store, they will realize how much shit there constantly is. My naive self, I'm only naive with the fashion industry. My naive self believes that things can get better, and so in my head I was like, oh, the donations will eventually stop. Eventually people will realize that they can just buy here and they don't need to buy new, and they can like keep their stuff and all this idealism, right? So like I was always hoping that like donations would stop coming in and people would like be illuminated or become self-aware in some weird way. But then the donations kept coming in. The donations kept coming in.
Shirt.
H&M and Shein make over $40 billion a year and are growing.
If you're buying an item that is, you know, less than the price of a loaf of bread, there's a problem because there's no way it cost that little to make it in the first place.
At the current rate, the emissions from textile manufacturing are going to jump 60%.
I think that places like H&M, all this stuff, mass produced in Bangladesh, all that stuff is really, really, really bad for the environment, and a lot of people die because of it.
The criticism has prompted many of these companies to change.
Dude, yeah, that's okay. Hollow says you don't need that much money. Yeah, like after a certain point, like how much do you freaking need? Like, okay, if I had like maybe, I don't know, enough money to have my own house and to just do my streams and like to have my own thrift store, like I wouldn't need to like technically keep the money. That's why I've said if I ever become a millionaire with like the business I create, like the thrift stores I make, I would give that shit away. Like I don't need the money. I know that sounds kind of dumb because we're living under capitalism, but after a certain point, like all that just doesn't serve you anymore. Like it just creates a lot more problems. But like when you're trying to make it or you need the money to survive or buy a house, like okay, obviously like stack it up, like save it and fight for it, like fight for savings. But after a certain point, it's like, bro, like why do you need all this money just hoarded in a fucking bank account? Marissa says, I think the economy crumbling right now is going to force people to change their buying habits. Hopefully. 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 I wish. Wake up.
Change their practices.
Now they have to make these green tags very prominent, 100% recycled polyester.
But is it actually fixing the problem, or is this just greenwashing? That's the term given to companies who brag about sustainability but aren't actually doing much.
A lot of the fast fashion brands like H&M are trying to do stuff, but I feel like it's a little bit greenwashing. We shouldn't be producing anything else.
This is 100% recycled polyester. Oh, and it's only $8. This shirt says 100% Tencel lyocell. I have no idea what that means.
But despite all this, there could be some hope.
It's fantastic that we're bringing back the concept of shopping secondhand.
The business model has become so hot. I think it is because of the millennials, the Gen Zs, especially the Gen Zs are so into pre-owned.
Gen Zs are those born between 1997 and 2012.
Wait, I made it. I'm still Gen Z. I'm still Gen Z. Okay. Hello says it doesn't sound dumb to me, but again, when I was a kid, I absolutely loathed this landlord who got all his money from the barber shop he rented out. Hated bourgeois decadence is in my DNA. Miss Gen Z by 1 year. Oh my god. Ugh.
And unlike generations before them, they love going to thrift stores.
I like to go for vintage because you can find a lot of stuff that you can't find anywhere else at a thrift store. Usually from like...
Wait, I didn't miss Gen Z. I'm still Gen Z. Did you miss Gen Z?
dead people. Yes.
For Gen Z, if they are saying, you know, this is a vintage shirt my dad owned, or if this is a secondhand item I picked up in this thrift shop in this country.
Although there are still negative associations with that.
My parents were like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're wearing someone else's clothes.
Old clothes or secondhand clothes are usually from people who passed away.
I'm meeting shoppers, sustainable fashion influencers, and store owners like Sarah.
I didn't realize the stigma was so strong, I guess, until I started speaking to people like my family who were like, why are you selling old people's clothes?
During my journey, I'm learning this story is about so much more than just buying too much stuff. We even need to pay attention to what fabrics and fibers we're buying too.
If we pay that much attention to what we eat and the labels on our food now, we should be paying as much attention to what we actually keep on our skin for, well, the whole day, 24 hours a day, because we sleep in it too.
So, I mean, just look at this entrance right here. It's a massive, wide open entrance, very inviting. The lighting, you see the red coming from the H&M. You're just inclined to come in, and once you come in, you have this beautiful high ceiling. They definitely know what they're doing when it comes to marketing.
I see H&M in nearly every country I go to. Today, there are more than 5,000 stores. It's become almost as prevalent in my travels as seeing a McDonald's or Starbucks.
And that's what they do. That's what they're known for. I mean, they have so many different colors, and when a shirt is that cheap, it's very tempting to just pick 3. If you don't know which color you want, why wouldn't I just pick 3 and buy all 3, right? Now I'm at less than $15.
In the 1970s, more than 70% of apparel purchased by Americans was made in the US. Today, that's less than 2%. This has made our clothes cheaper, but has it come at another cost? The United Nations Economic Commission actually suggested that about 20% of the world's water waste is coming from the fashion industry.
Making one cotton shirt, cotton, so natural fibers, but it takes 2,700 liters of water to manufacture it. Now
Oh
that's
my god, there's so many freaking issues in the fashion industry. It's so overwhelming. But they broke it down so well.
the same as you and I would drink in 2.5 years. That's for one cotton shirt. And if you imagine you've got things like denims that take a lot.
Marissa says on YouTube, you know what I am so curious about? What does H&M do with the clothing they collect for clothing recycling? That's such a good question. I don't... You know... Sometimes when you ask more questions, you just get less answers, huh? Or the more you know, the less you know. I wish they reported that. We can also look it up too.
Of dyes and acid washes.
Between 2000 and 2014, clothing production doubled. And with the global production rising, it's only expected to get worse.
You're looking at how the products are made, the material itself. You can guarantee that there's nothing environmentally friendly about their chemicals that they're using for the dyes or for the production process. And then the carbon footprint alone on the shipping that they do. It's probably, I would say, the worst offender right now is Shein.
Shein recently exploded in popularity in the US. The Chinese online seller became the world's biggest fashion retailer, known for its crazy cheap products sent directly to your door. But there are 3 things wrong here. First, much of its products are synthetic materials, meaning they will never biodegrade. Second, when it's so cheap, you'll just buy, even though you might not really need or value an item. And third, because it is an online seller, it takes a lot of resources to ship the items straight to your house instead of to a store. Many critics call out Shein as straight up destroying our planet.
And even brands like Uniqlo are making it a big priority to try to prove to their customers that, hey, we're thinking about this stuff. This is $24 and it's 81% recycled polyester. But it also says conscious H&M choice, 100% something something, right? So again, it's, as a consumer, I say, ooh, conscious, I guess it's okay. This is $24, let me just buy it. And it says conscious choice, I'm sure it's fine. I really don't know what any of these mean, and maybe they don't even care for me to know what they mean. It just, again, it's all about planting that seed. I mean, it's crazy they can sell something like this to you.
That's so freaking ugly. What is this? What is that design? My gosh.
Brand new, $12. But they say it's recycled. This is more than 50% recycled polyester. Whether or not I actually know what that means, I feel a little less bad maybe about my consumption in buying it.
I personally haven't shopped fast fashion for many years. This business kind of helped propel my thoughts around that. I do feel like we shouldn't be producing anything else.
According to the Norwegian Consumer Authority,
No shit. Yep. No more production, please. That'd be so nice if like we just stopped making all this stuff, but I feel like, again, idealism. The idealism. And again with their vague sustainability claims. This was a video from 2 years ago. They've been misleading consumers for such a long time. It's like that toxic boyfriend or girlfriend that just keeps lying to you. They're like, yeah, I swear we're gonna change and we're gonna do better and we're gonna do this and that, and then they just continue to have their bad habits. It's like, guys, come on, like, stop believing them.
H&M is literally misleading consumers because they're failing to adequately explain why their garments are less polluting than other garments. As part of this story, I meet Amanda. She's a sustainable fashion influencer based in Dubai.
With synthetics and all
Yep.
that stuff, let's see if this is a
Pure
good
synthetic.
choice to buy.
So this is pure synthetic. So this says 53% viscose and 47% polyester. Now, essentially anything that sounds like a chemical is a chemical. If it sounds natural, like bamboo, flax, hemp, linen, cotton, so we are not wearing anything that's good for our skin. There are things you can do. You can put things like a coral ball in your washing machine, and it is like a coral plastic device that actually collects microfibers.
Amanda tells me she's very concerned about the future of the fashion industry. She herself wanted to be a fashion designer until she realized how much waste is in the industry.
Your cost per wear is much more economical. It's going to last longer, and you're going to look after it as well.
You know, I just want to like pause for at that little point. So I used to work at a fashion movement, and that's kind of like the same story I would hear all the time by like sustainability influencers or like sustainable activists or people that just generally care about what's going on in the world. They just started off doing one thing, and then they would like head off in an entirely different direction because they realized how bad everything was. Hollow says it's kind of late for me. Have a good rest of your stream. Bye. Take care. Thank you for jumping on. But I do want to say that I met so many amazing fashion designers that just turned into like sustainability activists just because they realized all the textile waste was out there. And I admire them so much for that. Like, removing yourself from like producing so much in the name of like conserving the planet, that takes strength, especially if you want to create. Like, I want to create so many cool things. I do. Look, there's so many amazing... I'm gonna go to Pinterest and then show you all the amazing fashion design stuff. Look. I'm not showing you guys yet, but let me give me a second. Fashion design aesthetic. Dude, fashion design is so cool. There's so many things you can make, and then you're looking at all the issues and you're just kind of thinking, how do I fit into all this? You know what I mean? I just don't know how I fit into all this when there's so much fucking waste and so many issues everywhere. This is, oh my god, this is beautiful. It's like a Chicano lace Guadalupe thing. Bro, that's so cool. What is this? What? That's so freaking cool. I think upcycling is such a great way to still create without producing more future waste. Yeah, I feel that's true though. That's kind of, I'm always grappling with upcycling and like being like a dead stock designer, but yeah, upcycling is, I guess, a good idea. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Just use what we have to create new. Yeah. But like as a fashion designer, I feel like we have like the assumption that we need like new materials, you know, like go to the fabric store or get the exact material that we want in our head, you know. So when you upcycle or like use things that are already existing, it kind of forces you to be creative, if that makes sense. Like there's a level of uncertainty in there, and you just have to force yourself to use what you have, I guess, or like use your imagination a bit more. Marissa says, I have a stockpile of sewing supplies and thrifted material. Oh, that's fun. Carrie, you have a job to do. Oh wait, can you see that? Dude, what is wrong with... Carrie, did you see that? This is good practice. Give me a second. Very interesting. You should know better. My God. What is wrong with people? Depressed Donut, thank you for following. What the heck? There was a chatter on Twitch that was being weird. I banned them. Don't worry about it. I think the auto mod showed up for me first, and then I had to approve to delete the message first, and then I banned them. So, well, that was weird. But then you say, I've always wanted to upcycle and need to crack into my sewing machine though. Yeah, exactly. Look at this amazing piece of art. Like, bro, I wish I was this talented. I'm not this talented though. Like, my friends used to do this all the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, how are you doing this? Like, look at this. What the heck is this? I love the forced creativity of upcycling. The limitations are very freeing. Oh, that's an interesting way of looking at it, to be honest. I did not catch what they said, so sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I think they just target smaller streamers. It's totally fine. They're just being weird. Look at this one. That's so freaking beautiful. What the heck? Oh my god, this one's so fun. But let's continue on watching the video. There's like 5 more minutes on there.
We value things that are obviously more expensive to us, and we take care of them more.
So when it comes to what you wear, we basically have 4 options. We can buy cheap clothes from a place like H&M or Shein. We can buy designer clothes, which most of us just can't afford. We can become a minimalist and own 2 or 3 shirts. Or we can buy secondhand clothes.
You cannot build a fit like this just doing the fast fashion stuff. Like, I'm sure you can, but it's not the same. Like,
this is Anthony, an American Gen Z who has been thrifting most of his wardrobe for the past 4 years.
Gen Z, like, people are more aware now, like this whole generation, like with actual like environmental impacts and cultural impacts as well. Like, go to any of those sweatshop countries, like it's a problem, like a genuine problem. It's scary.
You start to see that more and more people are trusting, you know, going back to, I would say, the way we grew up shopping, which was charity shops and things like this. There was no taboo, and it became sort of not as cool to be seen in something that wasn't new or branded or on trend. in terms of the fast fashion.
In Dubai, I see a donation box, and I bring some of my old clothes here.
Most of the stuff I just discarded were H&M, Zara, and then there was, interestingly, a lot of like t-shirts that I got at like conferences, free stuff, you know, free t-shirts I got at conferences, tote bags, things that you just don't tend to value. And it was also interesting because there was 2 shirts and a pair of shorts, and I was like, oh wait, I am not donating that. How did that get in there? I want to actually start reusing that again. I don't know, maybe I started to value it more once I was about to lose it. Overall, that bin was overflowing. It was absolutely full, which is good and bad. It's good that people are using it and not throwing stuff away in the garbage, but it's also bad because it just goes to show how much stuff we buy that we don't actually really use well enough.
This is Sarah Fung, the owner of this store in Hong Kong.
It was like every season they would like have a whole new wardrobe change because of the trends, and you would literally see an army of people walk in every season with like a certain look.
She used to work for a major department store in Hong Kong and then quit to start Hula. They sell pre-loved items, and she curates designer items and then
Oh my gosh, all the designer items. Wow, so luxury, so nice. Marissa on YouTube says, for upcycling, if anyone wants to get started, I highly recommend starting with an item that already has an issue. Let that defect be an invitation to embellish. Oh, that's a good idea. Huh. Oh, interesting. And it gives it a second life too, because otherwise it would just be sitting there all defective like. Too true. Too true.
sells them. It's located in an expensive, trendy part of Hong Kong.
Great
I think
ideas,
we're one of
Marissa.
the few pre-owned businesses that are doing this at this scale, because we actually have like 150 products that launch every week.
But in her culture, she tells me it was bad luck to wear old clothes because it meant that you were wearing clothes of someone who has died.
I didn't realize the stigma was so strong, I guess, until I started speaking to people like my family who were like, why are you selling old people's clothes? Now I've got like interns and people saying, I want to work in this business.
What? Why are you selling old people's clothes? You know, I've had an interesting thought sometimes when I go into thrift stores. I'm like, how many of these things used to be owned by people that are now, now dead? Sorry, I stuttered. How many of these things in this store are from people that are now dead? Huh? That's kind of sad to think about, isn't it? All the people are kind of gone from this world. Oh, I'm not laughing at that. Oh my god, sorry. Oh my god, that was such a bad moment. I started laughing after I said that. Dude, I have the bad habit of saying like the most serious thing and then like laughing afterwards because I'm trying to cope with it. It's a coping mechanism. I don't want them dead. I don't want them dead. Oh my god, no. That was such a bad like look. Oh. Imagine them all dead. Ha 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 ha. Marissa on YouTube says, I always thank the old grannies that pass away and I get to wear their clothes. Thank goodness you're dead. Oh my god. Carrie says, a history of a piece of clothes is honestly one of my favorite parts of it. The life they lived before. I have a vintage pendant from the 70s and I love thinking about the women who had it before me. That's amazing. Yeah. I wish we had more information. I wish we could like actually be able to meet them somehow or know how they styled it. Like just have like a little diary moment, you know? Like imagine if every item in the future has like a little diary entry. This was owned by blah 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 from 1945 to 1953. Yeah, that'd be cool. Marissa says we all die one day. It's the only guarantee. It's very normal. I like that actually. The only thing that we really know in life is that we're going to die. That's the sole truth that I can believe in, that there will be an end. But then there's like spirituality stuff, and it's kind of like reincarnation, maybe. But we do pass away. Something happens. I'm not gonna get into the conversations of spirituality. Somehow, one day, we do die. Believe it.
business, or I want to do
Carrie on Twitch says, I would love knowing the exact history. Yeah, me too. That would be fun.
sustainable fashion, and it's a choice. It's the number one choice when they're shopping for something nowadays, which is amazing.
So what happens next?
You want to keep clothes like this within a circular economy. So it's look after it. It's not the fibers that are going to last, so it might not fit the same, look the same, have the same shine after 4 or 5 washes that a natural fiber shirt would do. But if you can thrift it or donate it afterwards, at least you're keeping it out of landfill.
In 2015, a climate activist started the 30 Wears Challenge. The idea was simple. Make sure you wear each item of clothing at least 30 times. Amanda tells me she will only buy a new item if she really loves it, and she gives up one of her existing items and puts it in the so-called circular economy. Amanda also sees some optimism in this industry.
And you have big name brands like Prada and Tom Ford and all of these brands whose umbrella companies are investing in online secondhand sites like Vestiaire and things like this globally. So with that, we can see there's obviously a big direction towards a circular shopping model.
Amanda also wants us to buy natural fibers like cotton instead of synthetic ones.
Circular economy is the only solution currently to keep fashion more sustainable, but we need to be more conscious consumers. We need to understand what we're looking for.
Meanwhile, Sarah tells me she isn't against fashion designers and new fashion brands.
I don't want to stamp down, obviously, young designers who want to be fashion designers and create a brand and all of that. That's amazing, but just make sure it's good, please. There's a lot of stuff out there that isn't good, and it's just, bad quality.
But what can people like me and you do differently?
Buying secondhand is actually the quickest way to resolve fashion sustainability right now.
Within like 50 years, our fresh water will be completely depleted. Like that's like we're on track for that, unless we change things now. So like elect the correct people that actually care about that stuff. Just be smart.
We need to be the ones that are self-aware and
Okay. I'm sensing a bit of individualism over here. Just be smart. Just do your research. Just be a conscious consumer. Just make sure you don't shop. Just make sure you're the one going to the thrift store. Just make sure you do your research. Just make sure you don't consume. Bro, it's not our fault. I get it. Like, individual action is great. Like, individual choice is amazing. Freedom, man, of choice is the biggest privilege we could ever freaking have in this world, right? But, like, the issue here is systemic. The brands itself are the ones that need to make the change happen. Like, they're the ones that need to, like, reform to adopt better policies, pay their workers right, stop forcing them to work 12 plus hours a day. Like, it's not the consumer's fault, so they shouldn't have all their responsibility on their shoulders. It's not about being smart. It's like, there's only so much you can know when these brands are not disclosing anything, like, even the most informed of us, I would say I'm like one of the most informed people on this topic, I still don't know everything. Like, how am I supposed to be quote unquote smart? In a lot of ways, there's no way of being actually smart in this topic when it's obscured by misinformation and ambiguity and lack of transparency. Like, it's not about us trying to understand the brands. It's like the brands trying to, like, do the right thing for us, we can only think too much. And then if we, like, understand everything, then what then? Like, the brands are still producing. The brands need to stop producing. Stop. It's not us, bruh. But we should thrift. I get that, though. We should be thrifting. And just maybe just use what you have in your closet, If you need to buy new, like, I get it, though. I get it. You need to buy it from the store, I get it. But it's not all on us. It's not all on us, okay? It's not all on us. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna move on over. Okay, and now I want to talk about H&M. And they have a new board. And Stella McCartney is deeply immersed in it. I don't know how to feel about Stella McCartney. She's, like, supposedly, like, the sustainable fashion designer, but her collaborations kind of seem sus. Why is a major sustainable fashion designer collaborating with H&M? What is she doing? Is it beneficial as a major sustainable leader to work with fast fashion brands? Some people like say, okay, like what's your strategy? There's like internal and external pressure. Maybe she's internally pressuring them by being in these boards, but like how much are you going to change how much are you going to change? How much can you change if you're within the system, operating within the system? Is it better to be the protester outside of the building or being the like leader in those boards and like pushing the top people to change their ways? You know, like what's the better tactic here? Do you want to work against the top fast fashion leaders or with them? In that sense. So that was something I would always have to consider when I was an activist, especially as like one of the leaders in the groups that I was in. Like, do I want to work with this politician or do I have to like freaking pressure them outside of their building, of their workspace, so that they're forced to act? Do I want to be friendly or do I not want to be friendly? Oh, villain or friend? Villain or friend? I wonder what I shall do for systemic change. No pressure. But basically Stella and H&M are working together and she's now on the board. So H&M has partnered with her. They're going to launch a specialized board tasked with continuing dialogue across around sustainability and fashion. So the board is called the Insights Board, and it's assembled for its first in-person meeting in London this week, bringing together members selected for their contrasting voices and perspectives towards the fashion industry. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. Among the initial board members are technologist and sustainability innovator Kiara, model and global brand ambassador Amelia, who's a fashion editor and journalist, Susie, who's a model and founder of Girls Talk, Adawa, which is a singer and activist. Oh, and singer and activist Anita. Sorry, I said that wrong. Blah, blah, blah. So those people. I read that wrong, but those people. And they are joined by McCartney herself, as well as topic experts from H&M with fashion industry strategist Julie serving as moderator. So for the inaugural meeting, the board explored different facets of sustainability in the present day, touching on opportunities and crucial shifts that need to be accelerated in the push for innovation. So there was emphasis placed on fact-based, accessible communication about product materials and sustainability performances. Wait, so is this saying that every brand should live stream their business meetings? I think that's what they're trying to say. Now, every fast fashion mofo who wants to make some sketchy deal with their suppliers must stream it on Twitch and YouTube. Who's with me? They must give accessible communication, right? That's what we need. Just give us the information. Not only the brands need to do this, but this board needs to do it. How the hell are we supposed to know what they said in this sustainability board meeting in London? Like, I'm reading an article to figure this out, bro. Like, you should have made it public and accessible. You know, like, how I'm, like, doing this thing right now? Y'all should have projected that board meeting up on the YouTubes. Like, if you want to preach something, like, do it yourself. Because right now, all I'm doing is just reading theory. Oh, you want communication, yet this board doesn't even do it themselves? Right. So over its lifespan, the Insights Board aims to outline outcomes and tangible action steps by addressing a variety of themes and approaches to the topic of sustainable fashion. From materials and innovation to circularity. In a statement, McCartney said, "Fashion has an opportunity to lead with honesty, transparency, and a willingness to challenge itself." That's what excites me about the Insights Board. I don't see anything concrete coming out from this except for more conversations. But if the conversations are gatekept and we're seeing these fancy articles be released about it, like, I feel like it's hypocrisy. It's just like a PR move. She continues on to say it's about listening and learning, not just from the voices around the table, but from the communities they represent, and keeping sustainability front and center in a way that sparks dialogue and, importantly, hope for change. Okay, so now she has to go stream those meetings in Bangladesh, you know? Podcast style. Just set up a little desk with like all the board members, you know, like sit around like a little desk in the streets of Bangladesh right in front of a garment worker building and talk about your fucking shit then. Okay? Tell me what you believe in when you're in Bangladesh streaming your board meeting in front of a factory. Yep. That's when I'll believe in you. Marissa says on YouTube, it's like Audrey Lorde says, the master's tools can never dismantle the master's house. It seems they're only just enough to keep taking our money. It seems like they're only just enough to. I feel like it's just PR. It's just PR, man. Like, what are they actually doing? They're having some secretive meetings to, like, say they're gonna make some change happen, to communicate about steps forward and to talk about sustainable fashion. We already have enough conversations. Okay? We already have enough theories. Like, I get it, like, expand on that, but at the same time, we're losing. How do I explain this? Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. We don't need to have more gate-kept conversations. That's what I'm trying to say. But conversations in itself is good. But H&M is causing so much harm that they should have already known what they're causing since years ago. And they've created the current system that we're in. So, like, if they're trying to come up with a solution with, like, key sustainable fashion designers and being very big with it and making boards about it, like, they're just, I feel like, barely touching on the issues that they themselves have created. It's like having a kid with your ex-wife. Like, bro, you don't need the kid. Okay? You didn't need to make that kid happen. You could just talk to your ex-wife and, like, figured out the issue and fixed it, you know? Like, whether you remarry or just keep being separated. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't need to make that baby. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake. I get that. But if it was on purpose, bruh, y'all just messed up, huh? So I feel like the board is like the baby. Y'all didn't need to make this baby happen. Just fix the direct issue. Don't use a middleman here. Like, don't act dumb. Like, we know that you're the issue. You know? That was such a great metaphor. We don't need that baby. We don't need that board, and we don't need that baby. I love babies, though. Just a disclaimer. W families. Just not with the ex-wife. Yep. Okay, we're gonna move on. Dude, and the thing is, they keep talking and saying the most random stuff. Like, Shein, I feel like, is like the big brother of H&M. They just became such a big influence in the fashion industry because of how fast they produce stuff. And they themselves are saying, guys, look at our circularity stuff. We're doing such amazing things. And they create all these pretty reports. Look at this report. They just came out with it this March. 2025 circularity that fits real life. That's the big brother that's toxic. Who's gaslighting. Oh my gosh. And it highlights how consumers buy, use, and manage clothing. Look at how pretty their website is, though. It kind of makes me want to, like, believe them. Press release, March 25th, 2026. My god. Where do I download it? Hello? What do I click? Is it just this down here? So wait. Oh, I was about to trash on them. There it is. There you go. Bruh. How many people are actually reading this? Is this an AI photo? No. Don't tell me that's AI. Are you freaking kidding me? Please don't tell me that's AI. That looks AI. Oh, hell no. Bro, not the... Please, that looks AI. No, 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 no. Or it's just a really good photo. Please, just let it not be AI. I just don't know what I'm looking at anymore. What's real? Bro, this article goes on and on. Wait. This also kind of looks AI. What? This report is so long. Wait, so can someone can someone from Shein tell me what the heck is going on? There's different reports from different countries. It just keeps going. If I read this in its entirety, am I straight A student? Will I be doing good on the test at the end of the stream? Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the beginning of it, and then hopefully that gives us context to like what comes afterwards. So I'm just gonna listen to the first page.
Since 2023, SGN has conducted an annual circularity study to understand our customers' habits, motivations, and preferences regarding participation in circular activities. The study explores the following premise: the adoption of circular practices is more likely when everyday consumers find them easy, convenient, and relatable. Our study aims to provide a data-backed view of how SGN customers around the world buy, use, and manage clothing across the product lifecycle, from purchasing decisions through use to end-of-life disposal. In 2023 and 2024, Shein's Circularity Study surveyed over 3,500 SGN customers across 6 countries each year. In 2025, the study was significantly expanded to include insights from more than 15,000 SGN customers across 21 markets: Australia, Brazil, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Mexico, the Netherlands, Poland, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and the United States. This expanded survey provides a broader perspective on behaviors across Shein's global customer base and enables comparison across geographies, as well as economic and cultural contexts. What circularity looks like in everyday life. The findings from the 2025 Circularity Study offer a different perspective from media commentary and policy discussions that often link affordable fashion with overconsumption and disregard for sustainability goals, including reducing waste, reusing clothing to extend garment lifespans, and recycling clothing as part of responsible end-of-life management. Instead, the findings show a more nuanced reality for SGN customers. Purchasing decisions are driven by practical considerations such as affordability, fit, and relevance to lifestyle and everyday needs, rather than by trends. Reported consumption levels are moderate compared to benchmarks of national averages reported in certain markets, and clothing across multiple wardrobe categories is worn repeatedly before being...
What the hell is she? What is going on? Oh my god, guys. I took extra time to like just have us listen to that, but it's just it's so hard to listen, and I don't want to torture you more. But I think it's so funny how Shein is basically saying circular fashion is grounded in consumer reality when they're the ones creating the issues in the world. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones that are like the major perpetuator of fast fashion. What are y'all yapping about? Yeah, we're trying to understand consumer habits. Bruh, what are you doing? Dude, can I yell at like someone in this freaking brand? Like, can I go yell at someone? Can I wake them up a bit? I don't need them to tell us about circular fashion. Like, guys, buddies, wake up. You're the issue here. You don't have to explain everything. Isn't this such awful hypocrisy on their part? Trying to explain us the issue. Oh, And the solution? It's like the villain. He's created a issue, right? And then he comes out with a guide. He hands you the guide. He's like, how to fix the sink. When he was the one that broke the fucking sink. Bro, go fix the sink. Don't give me a guide. Oh my god. One study aims to provide a data-backed view of how Shein customers around the world buy, use, and manage clothing. Oh my god. There's enough clothing to clothe the next 6 generations. Marissa on YouTube says, this study was not needed. These companies are doing mental gymnastics to get out of taking responsibility. The study was not needed. These companies are doing mental gymnastics to get out of taking responsibility. They are, bro. They're doing the most, huh? They be doing the most. For no freaking reason. They just address the issues, bro. It's not that hard. Like, I guess they really want their money. They just really want their money. What's this one? Shein. Find out how the low-cost clothing is made in Chinese factories. Yeah, let's be illuminated on the truth. This is the reality, not their freaking guides.
Okay, but first today, with sales of £1.5 billion here in the UK alone, Shein is one of the biggest apps that sells a huge range of fashion at cheap prices. Many of the clothes are made in a city in southern China called Guangzhou. The BBC's China correspondent Laura Bicker went there to speak to workers and find out how the company makes its cut-price clothing.
So this is where the workers will come in the morning to see what jobs are available. Each of these signs shows which factory is making what. They've even got examples of the kind of clothing that they're making. So if you're a machinist, you can see the kind of stitching and the kind of style that you'll be making that day. You get your job, off you go, you get paid.
It depends how difficult the item is. Something simple like a t-shirt is 1 to 2 yuan per piece, and I can make around a dozen in an hour. We earn so little. How is that enough? The cost of living is now so high.
Workers travel thousands of miles to Guangzhou to earn money to send back to their families. Shein is now one of their major employers.
This is just one back alley in Guangzhou. There are streets upon streets of people just putting these textiles into rolls, putting them in the back of motorbikes, putting them into trucks, and taking them right around Guangzhou to factories here and across China. There are over 34,000 textile companies in this city alone. 7,000 of them are factories, and it's thought at least half of them are suppliers of Shein. The reason this company has been so successful is because everything is very close together in one city.
I am proud that our textile industry is providing the world with cheap and good quality goods. As a Chinese person, this is the contribution I should make.
As it gets dark, there are workers inside making clothes for Shein. We're told that they work 9 until 9, 6 days a week. Now, this is a company that has faced accusations of forced labour. They themselves have found incidents of child labour, and they've been accused of working their staff long hours and underpaying them.
We found that a 75-hour week is not unusual for many companies. I spoke to David from Public Eye, a human rights organisation.
It's illegal and it violates basic human rights. People need to know under what conditions clothing is being produced.
In a statement, Shein told us it's committed to ensuring the fair and dignified treatment of all workers within its supply chain, and it's investing tens of millions of dollars in strengthening governance and compliance. They added that they strive to set the highest standards for pay and that all partners adhere to their code of conduct. But the work here will go on, as long as people from around the world want to buy
cheap clothes.
Oh my goodness, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So much to unpack. They're just constantly grinding, constantly working. Wow. That's the realities of the current fashion industry. Oh my goodness. Straight up propaganda.
Till 9, 6 days a week. Now, this is a company that has faced accusations of forced labour. They themselves have found incidents of child labour, and they've been accused of working their staff long hours and underpaying them.
We found that.
My goodness. Oh, my heart hurts for these garment workers. Why is this happening? Their greed, man, their greed just hurts me. Dude, look at is it? No.
Shein hauls are typically young women showing off hundreds of dollars in merchandise. They've been going viral on social media since 2020.
We have a massive back to school Shein haul. This order.
Bruh. Bro, this is making my head hurt. We don't need all that stuff. Okay. So are these girls gonna be reading this guide? Is that what they're trying to tell us? What shapes Shein's customers' purchasing decisions?
It was $200. Look at the receipt. Let's see. I spent $500 at Shein. Also, guys,
They say to make the beauty of fashion accessible to all, and insights from the Circularity study help inform how we continue to deliver on the commitment. Purchasing decisions are anchored in values, fit, and lifestyle relevance, not trends.
I got so many things that I even forgot, like what I even ordered.
People then follow those TikToks to Shein. It's the most visited clothing website in the world.
Okay. And then they say, with this context, purchasing decisions indicate clear and logical pattern and purchasing considerations. Clear and logical pattern. Okay.
Customers spend twice as much time on there as on Nike.com, the next most popular site.
There's so many fashion companies out there, but we've never really seen one grow this quickly and take this much market share as quickly as Shein did.
Clear and logical purchasing decisions. Affordability is a leading consideration in the decision set. Okay. Once affordability is met, consumers consider whether a garment fits them in practical and personal terms. Wow. Wow, this is so illuminating. Quality and craftsmanship are the next most cited considerations. Bro, you don't got no freaking quality. What is this? Where's your freaking brand at? Bro. Guys, Shein is not comfy.
Create one of these pieces.
I would say over 20, 30 hours.
My God.
Buying a closet from Shein is risky. Whether it was the manual, Shein, or the builder, something definitely failed here.
So I bought a closet at Shein, and this is what happened. It came into boxes that were really heavy. The boxes were slightly damaged. Everything was highly protected, so nothing got damaged. There were no pieces missing. The instructions to assemble were really difficult. Everything looked good up to this point. But then, when installing the doors, this happened. The ones in the middle had a gap in between them. And the doors on the side when closed were on top of both the middle doors and the drawers.
te he olvidado. Yo te llevo dentro hasta la raíz.
So the drawers did not open easily with the doors closed.
I've never had a bad Shein experience.
Next up, Shein, like a true Chinese company, copies everything and steals designs from small businesses. Here's one example.
This here, it has arrived. This is the knockoff of my bikini brand. So I thought we would open this together and see, obviously this is my raw reaction. So here she is. I'm gonna try and be like non-biased, but obviously I'm fuming about this, so we'll see. But yeah, I can already see it's interesting. So they have tried to knock off my Kalani bikini. So this is her. I mean, they've taken the pattern and ran with it. Sorry, I'm so distracted by this. I get it's not like an abnormal style to have. Okay, let me go get mine. Hang on. So let's compare it. This is my top. This is their top. Wonder where they got the idea of this from. The stitch is horrendous. This is gross. The quality is just not there. I mean, where's the palm tree? If you're gonna do it, at least go for it. Colour is off. This is giving, I left it out in the sun for 10,000 years.
My
Ooh,
God.
the quality of like the metal as well. So obviously this is like not a tie back. Ours is a tie back so that everything adjusts to you. With ASMR, that just sounds so cheap. That's gross. The stitching on this is horrendous.
My goodness. We're gonna move on. Oh my god. This just messed me up. Like, this guy just messed me up. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What is Shein doing? Bunch of randomness. Oh my god. And there's like so many other like quote-unquote circular fashion collections, like Ecoalf. They recently supposedly introduced a circular recyclable denim collection. So let's take a look at this. Maybe there's some YouTube videos about it, but if not, I'll read the article. Here, let me pull it up. Okay, Ecoalf denim for the planet. That didn't really tell us anything. What was that? Okay, let's just read the article. Oh my god, that was a bunch of PR. Okay, so it says... Move, Shein. Oh my gosh. So it says... 17 years since its foundation with a promise to make sustainable fashion appealing and accessible, Ecoalf is introducing the most ubiquitous and democratic fashion item, denim jeans. The Spanish brand's first denim wear collection, a tight edit of trousers and shirts, is fully circular, crafted from recycled and regenerative cotton, as well as chemical-free and laser and ozone finished. The brand claims its denim saves more than 5,434 liters of water annually, which is equivalent to a 7-year supply of drinking water for an individual. Denim is an iconic, timeless garment and a key piece in wardrobes around the world. But historically, it has been very harmful to the planet and the people involved because of how it's produced. That's why it's made complete sense for us to take this garment and redesign it from the ground up, says Javier, the fashion entrepreneur who established Ecoalf in 2009. Let me make myself a bit bigger. I'll put myself up here too. So we don't launch products unless they provide a real solution, and that was precisely the challenge here, to completely rethink one of the world's most iconic garments so that it is circular and 100% recyclable without compromising on design, quality, or fit. They continue on to say that each denim item in the collection is made of a blend of 65% regenerative cotton and 35 recycled cotton, the latter coming from dead stock fabric scraps. The canva is then dyed in Italy via the trademark chemical-free Smart Indigo tech, which employs electricity to turn indigo powder into liquid dye. What was that about? That sounds fancy. Okay. So 65% regenerative cotton, 35% recycled cotton, from a lot of it coming from dead stock fabric scraps. Okay. Then it's hand dyed in Italy. Interesting, interesting. Very complicated, but interesting. The company claims this technique reduces carbon emissions by 90%, use of energy by 70%, and employs 30% less water than traditional dyeing processes. Its only byproduct being oxygen. So teaming up with leading denim manufacturer Genealogia, Ecoalf's denim pieces are laser or ozone finished, replacing the traditional chemical and abrasion-based techniques or use of pumice stone with a reduction in water consumption of 60%. Aiming to provide a fully recyclable collection, the garment has no zippers and the only hardware metal buttons can be unscrewed, making the pieces mono material products easier to handle. Oh my god, what the hell are they saying? So it's going to be on their site. It's going to be in their Madrid stores and in their Barcelona stores, Milan stores. It's going to be 130 euros, except for the wide leg jeans, which are 139 euros. My goodness. Should we check it out? I mean, I will not buy these, but they're using a lot of good materials. I mean, I give them that. It is technically a sustainable alternative, but I don't got that type of money. I don't need that type of money. Oh my god, their stores are so fancy. Ecoalf in Milan. Yeah, I'm not the target audience for this. I'm definitely not. I do not got the income to be the target audience for this. What the heck? Ecoalf.com. Alright, let's pull that up. Oh my god. No. Ecoalf.com. Okay, perfect. Wait, what's it called again? Denim for the planet? Oh my god, move! Denim for the planet. What the heck? Okay, here it is. Wow. 80% water saved, 0% of harmful chemicals, 100% recyclable. One pair of jeans takes about 6,000 liters of water. Ours saves 5,000 liters of water. Denim for the planet. Like, what is the tattoo? Marissa says, girl, I'm not the target audience either, but I do like the idea of removable hardware to make the items recyclable. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There is perks, but I'm just concerned about this tattoo. What's going on over here? A commitment isn't announced, it's tattooed. Okay. Interesting. Whoa. Make planet Earth green again. Ecoalf. I like their marketing. I'll give them that. For a store made of paper and cardboard? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Plastic bottles into our ocean yarn. We transform them into a high quality recycled polyester yarn, which we use to create our top performing garments, accessories, and footwear. Oh, very fancy. I wonder how much it cost them to do this little billboard right there. By little, I mean huge. Oh my goodness, that's literally the biggest billboard I've ever seen. Okay, women's. What would I buy if I was the wire something? What would I buy? Oh, I like these. The wide leg. What is this picture? Oh, this is a smart indigo. Okay, now I get it. Now I know what they're talking about. Instead of toxic chemicals, they're using the genealogical cutting edge tech instead of the water intensive process. Oh, interesting. Ooh, the jackets. $155 for the jackets is crazy. I can go to the bins. I literally can go to the bins. Literally. Oh, quite literally. This one, these jeans, $155. Wow. I wonder how much the shipping would be, because aren't they based like in a different country? I feel like they're a European brand. I'm not too excited about this topic, to be honest. Like, I mean, it's great that there's alternatives out there, but like, this is definitely not something that we really need to buy if there's like thrift stores and like bins and stuff. But that's just my bias. People can do what they will, but I'm definitely not an Ecoalf consumer. I feel like if you're buying sustainable jeans and have $130, you're kind of like you kind of got the bread, you got the monies, you got the savings accounts, you know. Oh, they have the whole layout here, made in proximity. So there's something made here in Spain, and then something else in Morocco, more Morocco, and then Italy over here. Oh, interesting. Wow, okay, okay. At least they're trying to give us information. Which is a lot better than most brands, to be honest. Oh, okay, show us the stitching. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Wow. They just literally laser blasted those jeans to make them look a certain way, huh? That's like a makeup for jeans. now that I'm thinking about it, that's makeup for jeans. Wait, what other videos do they have? What? The Art of Depth, the Ecoalf podcast. They have a podcast? What did they be yapping about 2 months ago?
Talent without dedication and work is nothing. For me, it became an obsession. When you train at the highest level, training every day, 20, 25, 30 hours during the week, at the end, even if it's a sacrifice, there was no other choice.
Our guest today is Guillaume Nery, a former freediving world champion who now uses film and photography to bring the beauty of the ocean to the surface. He broke world records with dives of over 100 meters on a single breath and became one.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I kind of got distracted because look at this video that's right next to it, right underneath my photo. Give me a second. It says, Gen Z men want babies. Gen Z women don't. What the hell is that? I'm afraid of clicking on it.
What was it about this topic that drew you in? What were you looking for when you started reporting on this piece?
I don't want to listen. Never mind. What is happening on the internet today? I'm gonna click out. Oh my gosh.
Talent
Guys,
without dedication.
I feel like I got in a weird, tangent with. Okay, we're gonna move on from Ecoalf. I'll probably watch that on my own later, to be honest. Yeah, it seems decent, but too long-winded for me right now. And I do want to talk about other pressing news. Reformation wanted to become climate positive. Did it work? There's also, oh, okay. Fast fashion was talked about on ABC7 Chicago. I really want to watch that. Vox has some good content. Oh, nice. I should watch it. I should watch.
Hey girls, I want actual solutions. That is just the truth. We're here and we're not going anywhere.
America's most watched #1 daytime talk show is The View on ABC.
Wait, why is it not working?
And stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Well, Americans throw away about 80.
Of course, women don't want to have babies when there's no social, financial, or medical support. Exactly. Yes. Hello. Video, play.
1 pounds of clothing per year. Clearly, cheaply made fast fashion is a big driver of all that waste.
And now Tracy is here to join us with a simple...
Oh my goodness. Play it. No glitchy, no glitchy, no glitchy.
An
Come on.
effective way to slow all of this down. Trace?
And it's kind of logical too. Yes, it's called a needle and thread, and it's our younger generation.
What is happening? Dude, this website sucks. Hello?
That's picking up the lost art of sewing and mending.
It's going to be like a really high stress area.
When it comes to sewing a button, patching up a pair of worn out jeans,
My God, it's not me.
or darning a sock, Christine Brandel is the master.
People don't even know the business end of the needle because they've never sewn. You can come up pretty close to that wayward stitch.
Christine teaches these simple but useful skills at the Creative Chicago Collection Reuse Exchange on the South Side.
Even something as, to me, simple as threading a needle and making a knot that'll stay there, it's really empowering.
This is a shirt that I got from when there was a eclipse in 2017. I want to make sure that this shirt stays, around for as long as I can.
CCRX is a nonprofit art supply thrift store that offers an endless supply of donated fabric, buttons, and sewing supplies. We visited when Violet Q, a local LGBTQ plus social group, stopped by.
This is just a patch I'm putting on top of my friend's jeans. They had like a hole in the knee.
Diego Rancel says it's the younger and thriftier generation that's helping to drive the shift toward more sustainable fashion.
Clothes are expensive. Modern clothing is like a byproduct of like fast fashion.
It's a huge issue because clothes are so tough to recycle.
Clothing has become so disposable in people's heads that it is sent to other nations and like dumped in the Chilean desert where you can see this pile of clothes from space.
But with a little love and care, you just might want to hold on to that favorite shirt a little longer.
If you have a hole in a garment, you could throw it away, but you could also fix it. And especially if it's a piece that you like, you should keep it.
CCRX holds Mending Night the second Thursday of every month, but Christine makes the rounds at various libraries and the Chicago Fair Trade Museum in Uptown. And, fun fact, I just learned about our very own producer on this broadcast, Tyra. She is taking sewing classes. She is mending some of her very own items as well, a young lady in her own right.
Okay, Tyra, let me find out you got a sewing machine.
I actually do, with my grandmother's old Singer sewing machine. Not very recently, I have. I think I need some sewing classes myself.
Good old patterns, remember that?
Yes.
My sister still has her Singer. Yeah, my sister still has her Singer. Yeah.
My mom still has her original Singer too. Plus the upgrade, she always goes back to
the old one. Absolutely,
Yeah.
the old machines are great.
That's awesome.
It was those, but if I was sitting in there and someone...
Amazing. Oh, that's so much fun, bro. So much fun. Guys, I'm going to take a small brain break. Let's see what everyone else on Twitch is doing. I just kind of get curious what everyone else is doing. Let me just check. What is everyone up to? I think she's gorgeous. Is that Sidion? No, that's not Sidion. That kind of looks like someone else, though. Wait, what? She looks like a streamer that I watch. Oh, I thought it was someone else. Okay. So they're up to something. I don't know her. I thought it was someone else. Oh, Hassan is speaking at Yale.
One phone call that Joe Biden could have made, that Donald Trump could make, that he seemingly chooses not to. Be really good if he made that phone call, especially lately. What comes next would be social pariah status.
Marissa on YouTube says, it kind of makes me mad when older women are teaching these classes and they keep only giving credit to the younger generations. Oh, interesting. Huh. I never thought about that. Well, they do, everyone like does place a lot of pressure on the younger generation to do something. So maybe that's kind of like why that's happening. They've been placed all the pressure and all the older generations are just, oh, the young generation will do it, so maybe that's why they're being like given the credit, you know.
Create a lot of instability around the world with our intervention.
I wonder how it feels like. To be a Yale like person. I got a Yale. I can't imagine like what they've done to get there. That was like big brain activity, huh? To get into Yale. Big brain activity. Carrie says, "Dang, I need to brush up on hand sewing because I forgot how to stitch." Oh, that's a good point. I should do that too. Oh my gosh, that's something I should do for the Sunday creative circle stitch thing that I'm doing with Kate. That's what I should be doing. Hand stitching. That's a good idea because I didn't know what to do for the creative circle. I'm going for the Kate thing. Carrie says, "I want to sew something immediately after watching that." Yeah, that's good.
On the dangers of ending the American Empire.
I'm glad that was inspiring. My goodness.
With, as you said, preventing catastrophe for future
I kind of
generations.
don't want to watch the Yale people, to be honest. Extra Emily is someone that I watch. She does a lot of like restaurant stuff and like IRLs.
Nose. 1K, please. That'll be crazy. Will I get the golden pin? Will I get the golden pin, please?
She's so brave for doing IRL streams. Oh my gosh. One day I'll be like her. We got a commercial. Okay, what is Lychee doing? She's outside again.
I'm going to Miami.
Pottery. Oh my god, I said poetry. Pottery day.
Oh my gosh, I just have like a dry chunk of paint. Help. I should rock.
That's your friend, not her. Oh, I watch Foolish a lot.
Buns. For your big old buns. Just put that ketchup on.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Quackity, acompáñame. Quédate, estoy aquí, Foolish.
Okay.
Ven, Quackity.
Okay. Just wait here. I'll just wait here. Dime.
I like yawned when I was watching. I just yawned. He's like the only he's the only streamer I can play, and like he calms me down. You know what I mean? I just put this as background noise, and he like just does his Minecraft thing, and I just listen. I just listen.
Oh, I wait? Oh, yeah. It's like to wait, like he waits, she waits, or it's like a general wait to espera. But me would be like, espero. Oh.
W Spanish.
Oh, yeah. Maybe while I'm just sitting here, yeah, the photo. Yeah, I feel like that was a good one. The art I saw today.
Okay.
Hold.
Oh, I love Quackity. Quackity 2. He's fun.
Papa.
He's the actual host of the QSNP, which is like a major like server on Minecraft right now.
Fritos! Follow me.
Oh.
Foolish. Te presento a papas fritas.
Hola, hamburguesa y papas fritas.
Hola, soy papas fritas.
Ambos.
You were just
Más emoción.
Hola, soy papas fritas.
Más emoción.
Hola, soy papas fritas.
Sí.
Soy hamburguesa y papas fritas.
Oh my goodness.
No me opaques.
I have no idea what's going on. They're talking about like potatoes and burgers. I feel like they're all just really tired and saying the most random thing. Tina, she's also part of the QSMP.
Did I miss the perfume talk? No, you didn't! Bam! Because Boy Smells has sent us another PR package. Yes, that's right. Now,
super cute, very wholesome. Wait, who else should we see? What they're up to? Oh, okay. I watch Yana sometimes. She's pretty cool. What's she up to?
See, look, people are saying yes. He's water boy. Lacey losing. Hell no.
Are you interested in wholesome gaming channels? I watch a few that are nice. Yeah, I will take recommendations. I will take recommendations. I'll look them up right now if you want.
You want to file free?
Ludwig. I also watch him.
Grinding it. I was grinding the tutorial. Cam, learn so we can play. You would get steamrolled on Pokemon Champions? I think Pokemon Champions might be a pass for me.
Okay. He's always talking about like some sort of game. Okay, so Carrie said KMRKLE. Oh, she's live. Mermaid life.
Lego.
Follow.
Lego. I just want to make sure that I have discovered all the planets here that I want to, and then we're off. This pink and green one has me so curious. Let's stop there for just a moment. I just want to see why it's so pink. Thank you for the follow. I'm glad you're here. Big appreciation.
Hello.
Sounds good, Space Monkey. You gotta run to work. You have a meeting soon. You got this.
Oops.
Hope that it goes so well, Space Monkey.
Just not expecting
You're
that
truly
one.
Awesome.
Oh, she said hello. What the heck? Thank you for the follow. Amazing. We're gonna... I think that was all the things I wanted to see. Yeah. Planet Kenya is one of my faves and where I get my emotes from. Oh. She rescues and fosters cats and is very sweet as well. Plays a lot of Minecraft. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love the Minecrafter. Planet Kenya. Oh my god, not the commercials. Not the commercials.
211 simoleons. That is literally not what that is. You made a still life painting. That is, I don't know what that is, but sell that right now.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance,
What is happening?
I was scared to even think about my wallet.
Does she have a... Is there clips that I can watch?
Welcome. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for the eggs, Kenya.
Welcome. Anytime. My things are overflowing. Oh!
Oh, she's such a giggly one. She's a giggly one. Carrie says her kittens are silly in the background of her camera sometimes. Oh, that's so cute. What the heck?
He died that quickly.
I need that sort of happiness in my life. What the heck? What the heck? Oh my gosh. So I give her a follow. That's good. Yay, Minecraft! Minecraft! There's so much more I have to like talk. Well, let's watch another video. We're on the video grind right now. Yes. Sorry, that was a fast switch. I recognize that was a big switch between like one topic to the other. My bad. My bad. But we're gonna switch over to watching sustainable fashion in Colombia. And then I'm just gonna step away for like 1 second to grab something. She is so joyous. I liked her little giggles.
Ligero satinado, entonces le da...
Tiene caída.
Daniela Buitrago, founder and designer of the Colombian swimwear brand Aquarela, wanted to make big waves in the fashion industry.
Pero si esta como que se arruga más, me encanta esta.
but she wanted her brand to minimize the impact her business made on the environment.
Aunque sí, esta es más... Aquarello es una marca pues precisamente de vestidos de baño, ¿sí? De ropa de playa. Entonces hay que tener coherencia porque el agua es importante para Aquarello.
I was trying to fix the subtitles, but those are their subtitles. You'll keep an eye out for any fashion news on my end. Sounds good. Sounds good. I just need to go get something to eat. I feel dizzy. But the subtitles are kind of weird. Let me make this smaller. Okay. I think we should be good.
¿Sí? Ya que las prendas, nuestros vestidos de baño son para disfrutar de estas, ¿sí? Para usarse en las actividades donde el agua está involucrada. Entonces, precisamente, es importante, es necesario para nosotros cuidar los océanos, ¿sí? El agua como marca de vestidos de baño y de ropa de playa.
For Aquarela, putting the planet and its resources, like water, first has always been the priority. This is why they say they are a slow fashion brand since its inception. In their 6 years, they have had 3 collections of bathing suits, not because they don't have designs or ideas.
Como en la implementación y en la producción que vamos a sacar, definimos las cantidades pensando en que deben durar cierta cantidad de tiempo para lograr repartirlas entre 2 concept store por año. ¿Sí? Porque tampoco nos interesa tener vestidos de baño o prendas por todo el mundo o en todas las tiendas del mundo. Pues no habría coherencia con lo que sí estoy diciendo. ¿Esto qué es?
Aquarela aspires to sell locally. They have their bathing suits in 2 sustainable fashion stores.
Perdurabilidad, que duren en el tiempo por todo el tema de sostenibilidad.
They use environmentally friendly eco-print stamping of patterns in their design and make sure their fabrics come from places that have a responsible use of water.
Muchos creen que tenemos tiempo, que el agua la tenemos para rato, pero no, yo diría que hoy en día está siendo un lujo y a medida que pase el tiempo, ¿sí? Se va a hacer más difícil como tener agua. Entonces es simplemente algo que toca hacer, que hay que tener en cuenta por el planeta y pues por nosotros mismos.
Water consumption is a big issue in the fashion industry, the second most water-intensive industry in the world. According to Oxfam and the World Bank, the industry uses 93 billion cubic meters of water per year. Universo Mola describes itself as a Latin American sustainable movement in fashion. They have been working for the last decade in promoting sustainability in every part of the production chain.
¿Esto qué significa? El más 30.
Valentina Suarez, the director, says it is in the region's best interest to think sustainable, to safeguard one of our most precious resources, our biodiversity.
El latinoamericano ha estado muy conectado con la naturaleza desde muy pequeño y esto es gracias a nuestras culturas y también gracias a nuestra historia. Nosotros tenemos la capacidad de poder asombrarnos con los paisajes y entender que la naturaleza hace parte de nuestra vida y dentro de todo eso llevarnos obviamente a una conciencia un poco más fácil de lograr sobre cómo cuidar todo aquello que nos rodea.
¿Esto es sublimación?
Universo Mola connects more than 450 brands, designers, artisanal workers, and industry suppliers to form a sustainable fashion network.
La problemática que está solucionando con el producto y con la razón de la marca.
They work on communicating trends and brands so the end consumer can be informed. They invite people to be conscious of one of the first things they do every day, getting dressed.
El poder conectar y poder hacernos las preguntas correctas, cuestionarnos cómo estamos vistiendo, qué estamos vistiendo y por qué lo estamos haciendo, nos lleva a generar una conciencia mucho más alta y que además tenemos el poder de cambiar sistemas gracias a nuestro consumo. Eso es lo primero. Lo segundo es a quién voy a apoyar. Voy a apoyar a un proyecto que además de hacer productos increíbles, súper bellos, está además solucionando problemáticas sociales, ambientales, en un territorio específico. Voy a dejar mi dinero allí, voy a votar con mi dinero para que siga creciendo esa solución, o voy a seguir comprando desmedidamente a multinacionales que nos terminan devastando en todo sentido.
These are the uncomfortable questions. How often are we washing our clothing? How many times are we caving to fast fashion trends? Do we take care of the clothing that we have? And do we buy secondhand?
Hasta decimos que hay que ser un poco más sucios, entre comillas, porque buscamos que las prendas se laven cada vez menos. Cada vez que nosotros lavamos estamos eliminando aproximadamente 500.000 microfibras al océano. Pues porque al final todo termina llegando al océano. Esas 500.000 microfibras es plástico y todo proviene de la ropa que nos estamos poniendo en nuestros cuerpos. Y esto viene además debido a que hoy en día más del 60% de los textiles que encontramos provienen de poliéster.
Esta es la planta de tratamiento de aguas. Ya vamos a mostrar el proceso continuo de cómo se aplican los químicos.
In Colombia, some companies are evaluating their environmental impact and looking for ways to take action. That is the case for Protela, a Bogotá textile company founded in 1950. Juan David Giraldo is the general manager of maintenance and logistics at Protela.
El 60% del agua lo reusamos, es un ciclo cerrado, y cuando tenemos que reabastecer, pues lo usamos del acueducto. Esa es la actualidad, pero nosotros nos ponemos metas muy exigentes porque el mundo va a necesitar agua en un futuro, va a ser un recurso escaso, es un recurso finito en muchas ocasiones, se vuelve indispensable. Entonces queremos pasar del 60 al 70 y del 70 al 80 y finalmente llegar a, ojalá, pues la tecnología también avanza mucho, la investigación y la academia también le aportan mucho. Yo creo que es un objetivo de la sociedad.
Protela produces textiles for bathing suits, underwear, and other industries. They have found ways to not only reuse water in their process, but also treat the water after use.
Los pasamos por unos filtros de arena, de carbón activado, donde estamos removiendo todas las partículas, y finalizamos con un tratamiento más fino, que es las ósmosis inversas, donde ya lo dejamos listo para reusar al 100%. Es un proceso muy bonito, pues, porque el agua llega completamente oscura y sale casi que limpia, completamente transparente.
Investing in sustainability has not been easy for this company. Protela has been trying to survive financially in a very competitive textile market. But conviction keeps them going. Giraldo says it is in the fashion industry's best interest to go sustainable. It should be a survival instinct. Without a planet, there is no business. But he says it can also become a business opportunity. Investing in new technology allows Protela to be ready for the new clients and designers asking for more sustainability in the production chain.
Nosotros no deberíamos usar agua para teñir, sino para el consumo humano, ¿cierto? Entonces será desplazado. Hoy todavía no se ha vuelto una obligación o una necesidad, pero a futuro eso va a suceder, que el recurso hídrico va a ser utilizado y va a ser priorizado el consumo humano. Entonces va a estar, digamos que en serios problemas. Esto evoluciona todos los días, entonces hay que estar a la vanguardia si queremos garantizar que las compañías duren, no sé, nosotros queremos durar más, no 70, sino otros 100 años en el mercado. Ese es el legado de la familia que fundó esta empresa.
Protela is a large Colombian company. In 2024, they reported more than 1,300 employees. If investing in sustainability has been a challenge for them, imagine small and medium-sized fashion companies.
La realidad para nuestro sector en Latinoamérica es que el 99%, 98% de las empresas son pequeñas empresas o son informales. Y normalmente estos sellos y estas certificaciones pues obviamente cuestan dinero que las marcas no tienen extra porque están tratando de sobrevivir en un mercado supremamente competido.
Laura Manrique is a Colombian innovation and sustainability consultant in fashion. She has had a long career in and outside of Colombia, even collaborating with luxury brand Stella McCartney, championing sustainable practices. Today, she helps small and medium-sized companies work towards becoming sustainable and environmentally friendly brands.
Súper. ¿Qué viene para estos últimos meses? Una vez hacemos el diagnóstico, hacemos unos planes de acción. Cada plan de acción obviamente va enfocado a las necesidades específicas de la marca y de ahí priorizamos. Porque, como sabemos, pues hay marcas de diferentes y empresas de diferentes tamaños, entonces no todas tienen la capacidad de ejecutar todo al tiempo. Entonces empezamos a priorizar qué puede ser lo más importante para la marca, a modo que vaya muy alineado como con esas metas y valores que tienen y obviamente generalmente cuando llegan a mí es porque quieren tomar pasos hacia la economía circular o hacia la sostenibilidad.
One place to improve is the use and recycling of textiles in production chains. She says many decisions, like the sustainable use of textiles, help cut costs in the long run, but also make a big impact on the environment.
Yo sueño con una industria de la moda donde las marcas terminen sus colecciones y digan, oigan, tengo todo este remanente textil, ¿cómo es su siguiente colección? Y empecemos a hacer este intercambio, no cuando ya no queremos el material, no cuando ya la prenda está usada o lleva años en nuestra bodega, sino desde el comienzo. Porque esto finalmente nos va a impactar a un poco cambiar ese chip de la materia prima nueva, ¿no? Del insumo nuevo y empezar a entender que tenemos una cantidad de recursos ya producidos en la tierra y que tenemos además disponibles aquí cerquitica para poderlos seguir utilizando y reutilizando infinitas veces, que al final eso nos va a ayudar a bajar nuestro consumo, a ser mucho más creativos e innovadores y sin duda a impactar positivamente el medio ambiente.
Entonces Laura tiene una metodología, a mi modo de ver, absolutamente eficiente que te lleva a la acción por un camino claro. Y por eso para nosotros fue fundamental, especialmente en la parte de circularidad, entender cómo podíamos mejorar en ciertas cosas que ella identificó de una manera muy hábil.
One of Laura's clients is Maria Clara Villamizar, founder of the Colombian clothing brand Be Monocromo. Before designing clothes, Villamizar came from the financial sector. Her life took a turn when she decided she wanted to invest in creating things with intention.
Pero quise crear algo que elevara la energía de las personas y lo quería hacer a través del arte y de la materia. Y por eso escogí la moda como ese vehículo para crear piezas que son en este momento pues elegantes, con una estética japonesa y también con unos elementos vanguardistas para conectar a través de la frecuencia del color, que eso siempre nos está, digamos que influenciando diariamente, lo que no estamos como muy conscientes.
Okay. Guys. Brain break. Dude, I started off so strong and then my energy like left me. I'm sorry. This video is interesting though. It's just so interesting. I was just eating a quesadilla and then I have spinach with carrots and guacamole. That doesn't look right with the green filter. That don't look right with the green filter. There's a lot more that I need to discuss and we'll go over. But you know what I just thought about right now? there was such a youthful joy in me when I used to live stream. Like, I just felt so happy to stream, and I was like just on a roll, you know what I mean? I feel like I lost that like youthfulness. I don't know how to explain it. I feel clouded by comparison. I was looking at the other streamers, right, and I just felt like a wave of like comparison. I've been watching too many streamers, so I'm gonna lay it off on my screen time. Like, I only used to listen to Hassan, so I didn't really feel like there was anything else out there to watch, if that makes sense. But now that I've like discovered so many creators, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many people doing so many things. And I like the platform, like, don't get me wrong, like, I like a good Minecrafter, like a good gamer, but all these other creators, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're having so much fun without me. Eating, playing, hanging out, like, there's so many things we could be doing right now. Isn't that crazy? So many things that we could be doing right now. And then, the chatter from the beginning of the stream, his, the philosopher thing that he sent over, I kind of accidentally have been reading it over while I'm like talking, because I kind of like just can't help but look at it. And it's like super existentialist, and it's like messing with my head. And he came out of nowhere. He never chats either, so I don't know where he came from. He's been following me since October. And he followed me in October, but hasn't chatted in months, and then he sends this stuff over. He was the one that also sent the playlist over yesterday. So I wonder what's up with him since October. I don't remember what I did in October. What did I do in October? I can check my VODs. What live stream could he possibly have come in from October? That was how many months ago? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months ago, when I first started, he followed me. He must have come in through these. Oh, interesting. Oh, like the socialism one, maybe? Ew, I just looked at myself back in July when I was doing like the messy camera stuff with the bad camera. I look so bad. He just came out of nowhere and he shared this document, or he shared the philosopher. Now I'm like messed up in the head. No, I'm kidding. I have to read about it. I have to think about it. But yeah, I was just hungry. I think we should continue on with more news. Oh, will AI make fashion more or less sustainable? That's an interesting topic that we can look at. There's also the seaweed fiber couture dress that just got revealed through a designer that's doing cool stuff. There's another video that we can watch. I want to watch a video right now. Need to finish my food, and then yeah, there's a bunch more. Like opening up a thrift store. She opened up a thrift store. She actually followed me back on Instagram. Wasn't that so cool? Oh, what's for dinner? It was spinach. It's spinach, carrots, and then guacamole. Guacamole, and it was a quesadilla. I'll reshow it. Yum. Some of it most definitely did not go on the floor. Oops. But let's watch this thing. This was an interesting little session on Change Now. I was watching most of it. I watched most of it.
Volumes. Fashion system is built on speed, scale, and disposability. There is reportedly a truckload full of fashion waste sent to landfill or incineration around the world every single second. This is an industry already based in extraction and exploitation, but this element of waste is only leading to further negative impacts, from ecosystem degradation to economic injustices, health issues, and human rights abuses. So we're here today to really think about what the next chapter of fashion could look like. What happens when we reimagine this industry away from new production, away from material wealth as status, away from excess volumes at all costs? What role does a new model of business have to play? How do we move from aspirational to truly operational circularity? How do we think of sustainability not as constraint, but a creative and economic opportunity? And how can policy provide the enabling environment for all of this to scale? My aim is that we go on that journey, exploring the cultural, behavioral, equitable, industrial, and political angles of all of this, and we just have over an hour to do so. So let's get started. To kick us off, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Hasna Korda. Hasna is the CEO and founder of Save Your Wardrobe, an LVMH award-winning retail platform focused on transforming after-sales into a new frontier for innovation. This is about technology, data, and intelligent systems converging to future-proof brands and build the next generation of retail experiences. And perhaps in the context of this conversation, this is also about an extreme focus on how we stop clothes becoming waste in the first place by keeping them in the loop for as long as possible. Please welcome Hasna to the stage.
Hi everyone, I'm really excited to be here, and to start this keynote I wanted to take you through the journey that led me here. And actually a few days ago I was back home, and I was with my family for my father's birthday celebration, and we gathered, I think 20 cousins. We gathered together and we were all reminiscent of our family home in Djerba in the south of Tunisia. And what is really specific to our home, it was built in the 18th century. It was a place where we would all come together, spend our summers, and share memories. And this gathering was an opportunity for me to remember some of my childhood memories, where my grandmother, my mother, wanted us to honor the legacy of our ancestors, and would have us actually not paint the wall, but scratch the walls. So it was a very tedious job for us as children to do. And although it's probably because we were a cheap labor or easy to control, they wanted us to put our hands deep into in the paint and understand actually what has been done to this house, and who are the workers, the people who made it work. So some tiles were handmade, imported from Italy. The woodwork was from Morocco, and it was an incredible privilege for me to grow up there, because I was able to see firsthand and experience craftsmanship and things that took time to build and stood also the test of time. Because 200 years ago, this house is still strong, and the foundation, although the years went by, it is still a place where we gather together. So why am I talking about my childhood home? I want to put together in perspective how the fashion industry, some houses and some brands are century-olds or decade-olds, and they also have this craftsmanship as well, but this history of people that founded it and built strong foundations. And today, with fashion brands being exposed to economical shocks, to changes in supply chains, and ways that are eroding those foundations, we are seeing similar stories where we are losing the craftsmanship. We are losing also the DNA of what makes these brands, and the relationship they are sharing with their customers, and the story as well that they are passing down to their customers. And it was also for me a time for reflection. So how did we end up here? How did the fashion industry ended up in this place where it struggles to keep up with the new supply chains. It struggles to face the fragmentation of their suppliers and control their productions and curb the waste that it generates. And throughout my career, I also had the chance to work with suppliers and work with production and see what are the points of frictions that lead brands to those types of waste, and where they are also losing control in putting together their connection of suppliers. And that is what is preventing brands to build up a stronger and more resilient business models, implementing as well circularity in their businesses. And so I took a step back, and while developing Save Your Wardrobe, we decided that what was missing is this infrastructure, easy to integrate with the systems of brands and implement at scale circular business models. And although regulations are a great way to incentivize brands, just like my grandmother wanted us to scratch the walls, paint the windows, sand the woods, I feel we were all feeling like it was a chore rather than something we were completely motivated to. So we wanted to change with Save Your Wardrobe that narrative, bringing the regulations. So whether it's the right to repair in EU, La Loi AGEC in France, we wanted to make sure that when brands are implementing circular business models, these made sense with their own businesses. And the business case for circularity wasn't just a checkbox exercise, but something that made sense with their own DNA, with the story that they wanted to tell their customers, but also the financial resilience that they are lacking at the moment, plus the fact that they could resist to any economical or geopolitical shock like we are witnessing today. And so what is behind Save Your Wardrobe? Like Rachel mentioned, we've built this infrastructure to connect all the stakeholders of the post-purchase journey in order to make them all communicate and understand how consumers use their products, what are the different feedback loops in performances of these products.
Guys, this is just a bunch of like talk. I've given them 9 minutes of my life, of our stream time, and they've literally, what have they said? This is not like interesting whatsoever. Like, get to the point. I'm so frustrated today. What else is something else? Okay, let me choose something else to talk about. They're not making any good points. Okay, actually I do want to lock in and talk about some other interesting things that are happening. So for example, Reformation, I think you guys have heard of them, but they want to make themselves to be more climate positive, but will it work? Maybe. Who knows? Vogue Business actually made an article on them. So let's read this. We're going to lock in a bit. I feel the food coming in my system. It's time to lock in. It's time to read. So, Reformation says that it's dreamt up a climate positive goal in 2019. So the company was in a period of transition. It had recently sold a majority stake to private equity group Primera, and the company's sustainability team was also grappling with existential dread. Wow, we're in the same boat here. So despite publicly positioning itself as a sustainable brand and releasing climate reports every year, 2 landmark publications from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change in 2019 threw the company's entire climate strategy into doubt, which is something I haven't heard of. The article is gatekept underneath a paywall, so let me see if I can look it up anywhere else, to be honest. Let's see. Is it on Yahoo? Usually the articles are free on Yahoo, but if not, that's fine. We can move on. But that's crazy. They got canceled for not having the climate stuff they said they were having. Is that that's the drama? Is that the drama? Two landmark publications. They put everything into doubt. So they were revealed. See, that's the thing. Like, I want to be educated, right? But like everything is kind of like hidden behind paywalls. I don't want to pay $1 million to like learn what's going on with a brand. So this is their website. It says Rev's Climate Positive Case Study 2020-2025. But I just really don't want to read something publicized by the brand itself. I think there is a lot more drama going on here. I was hoping I could read it from the Vogue business article, but I didn't realize it was gatekeeped. Is it here? No, this is not this. They are improving their silk though. Interesting. They're using a new life cycle analysis of silk to justify a pragmatic shift in its climate strategy, moving away from conventional silk towards organic alternatives. Dude, it pisses me off when like brands use like the normal silkworms. Those poor silkworms just wanted to live, and then you just boil them all, and then you have the thread. Oh, the poor silk. No. But at least they've changed their ways a bit. Trying to change their ways a bit. Organic alternatives, organic death. You know what I mean? So Reformation has also made a coalition of brands, including Doan, Eileen Fisher, Everlane, and Zimmerman, to co-found the study that will help them with their sustainability strategy. Interesting. Aiming to generate better primary data on a fiber that represents a small share of global use but plays an outsized role in premium and luxury supply chains. So they're going to try to figure out the silk's impact. Oh my goodness, interesting. To reduce carbon emissions by roughly 30% and use about... Oh wait, what? Organic cotton... Sorry, I'm not reading this right. Oh my god, lock in! Organic silk reduces carbon emissions by roughly 30% and uses about 80% less water. So 30% less carbon emissions and 80% less water. Wow, look at us learning. What the heck? Silk has been one of Reformation's most difficult materials to address. Materials account for roughly 2/3 of a product's footprint and remain the company's largest emission lever. Earlier on, the brand has set a... Oh my gosh, what is happening? Earlier on, the brand set a goal to eliminate conventional cashmere and silk entirely, which is an aggressive target instead to force progress. Eliminate conventional cashmere and silk entirely. A aggressive target. Huh. Silk and cashmere. Who would have thought? What? And this shift has come from Reformation as it closes out its 2020/2025 climate positive roadmap, which is the thing that we just saw right here. So 5 years in progress, this is what they're going to be doing. Over the period, the company says it sourced 97.5% of its fibers from recycled, regenerative, or renewable inputs and reduced product carbon intensity by 29%. Sustainability is full of trade-offs, they explain. The planet doesn't need companies to wait for certainty. It needs us to move early, learn fast, and raise the bar for what the industry can achieve. So in some, cashmere and silk is going to be improved. They're going to be using organic alternatives. We didn't get a lot of the details on how they're going to accomplish that, but they're trying. They say if cashmere was a quick win, silk becomes a reality check. Oh my gosh. Man. They'd be struggling to improve, huh? The silk, man. The silk. Just don't boil them. Just don't boil the freaking silkworms. What can I say? Marissa on YouTube says, I'm realizing I'm more interested in grassroots community-driven sustainability efforts. I don't trust these companies at all. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm reading this article and I don't know what they're really saying. So I'm like trying to read like beneath the meaning of the words. Like trying to like find their angle, like what they actually mean. But I'm just full of questions today. And like these brands are just like always so suspicious. They make their reports to make themselves out as like the best thing ever, but like the details are not there. They're just not there. I don't know what to say or what to explain or how to contextualize, and it's it's sus vibes. Like, how is cashmere like easier to accomplish versus silk? So if you ever hear me make a joke about these things, it's just like I don't I don't even know like what the real situation here is. Like, what's the reality of what's going on? I have no freaking clue. Cashmere is easier, I guess. Cashmere is easier to improve. How war is exposing beauty's packaging problem. By Business of Fashion. Is this under a gate? Oh my god. Everything is behind a paywall. I'm so sorry, guys. We're gonna have to skip that one. Unless it's under, like, the Yahoo stuff. Yahoo! Yahoo! No? No! Yeah, no Yahoo, no Yahoo. What the heck? Okay. So we watched this. Will AI make fashion more or less sustainable? Not the AI. Again and again and again and again. When will we stop with the AI? So sustainability teams are spread thin. Wow. What an opening argument. They're saying everything from reporting and compliance to developing reasonable sourcing strategies and chasing data from hundreds, if not thousands of sources crosses their desk. Even at multi-million-dollar brands, these teams are often just a handful of people forced to spend more time with their heads buried in spreadsheets than pushing the kind of agenda-setting sustainability strategies they got into this work to implement. It's no surprise that the promise of hyper-efficient AI seems so seductive. Oh god, what are we reading? I don't like the look of this. Wait, I thought we had access to it. What happened to the article? Wait, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh my god, it was there for like a second. Did you guys see that? The article was there for like a second. What a teaser. You can't tease us like this. We want to try to get educated. It's a freaking Tuesday. Oh my gosh, we could be doing anything else and we're like complaining about not being able to read this article. Alright, so it's not here. Yeah, what? What's the issue, guys? I don't want to pay for the Business of Fashion. I'm not on the Hassan Piker level where he, you know what Hassan does? He goes on a site and just enters his credit card information like so quickly, and he just gets the article and then shares it with all of us for free. But I don't got that type of money. I don't got that type of money. From tariffs to Iran war. Oh, what? Well, this is close enough. From tariffs to Iran, geopolitics are upending packaging supply chains. Switching all sourcing to the U.S. is nearly impossible. Manufacturers and consumers say in 2026, here's some thinking about savvy supply chain management. What? Bro, this is not what we wanted to read. Dude, I literally had access to this article when I linked it the other day, and I had it. We had it. I don't want to be a Vogue member. Oh my god. So Marissa says, use AI that uses our water to cool computers to save water making clothes. That makes no sense. Yeah, it's just we were starting to get into it, right? And it seemed like the angle was sustainability teams just don't have enough people on their team. They see AI as seductive. Maybe it's like a Freudian slip because Bella Webb, she's been writing for Vogue for quite a while. She's been in sustainability teams. She's been in settings of privilege and just like comfortability. So maybe in her head it's like good to like excuse the settings and the people that she knows that she's speaking to, but like at the end of the day, AI is just using a lot more resources than it's beneficial for. Like I get like AI efficiency. I understand that. Like it can make our life so much easier. It's just like when you're removing work from people because of it, that's when it becomes an issue. Like I wish my parents didn't have to go to work in factories. I wish they could stay home and like do their like dream job or whatever at their house or wherever it ended up being, but like it's not gonna happen. So like we and them and everyone kind of relies on factory work. Blue collar workers are what like funds and works the American dream. They're our labor, our most prized possession, I feel like, and I personally love them the most. Like blue collar men are like peak level of humanity. So like AI and factories will destroy their work. So what happens to the workers? They go home and they're like, what next? We don't have most likely college. We don't have anything else going on. And it makes the struggle even harder for them. But in a way, like AI efficiency could make things faster. It could reduce cost of goods, right? There's pros and cons to everything. It's just within the fashion industry, I've noticed that a lot of like fashion design students and fashion merch students and anyone studying fashion in general are just struggling to find a job in the fashion industry. And like the fashion industry in New York is just kind of like eroding. But that's like the place where you go to make your fashion dreams happen, no? Like where else would you go to make your fashion dreams happen? LA? London? Paris? But like if AI is taking over the jobs that you were supposed to do as a fashion major, then like is it really that efficient? And so we have to be very careful like how we're defining efficiency. Like who is this efficient for? Efficient to make money at the end of the day? Is that like the bottom line? That's not very efficient. That's just kind of like a waste of human potential, because the human could have done it and they could have had a livable wage and a good life in the process of that, you know? So I'm really worried about this like narrative of like AI being the road towards sustainability. It's like trying to say two lies to try to make a truth. Like you're just lying even more, but it's not leading you to like the final destination of a solution. It's just creating more mess. And also if like you're a small like local fashion designer, are you really gonna have enough money or tools to like hone in on AI to like produce your brand? Like how would you use AI to build up your local sustainable fashion brand? You know, like how would that work out for you? Maybe you can use ChatGPT, or you can use like those other sites that give you the graphics, but you would still have to make the patterns, right? You would still have to design something by hand or like on your tablet. And then to produce the clothing, like fabric will always be material, but I guess AI can help with like how it's produced, how fabric is produced and how it's constructed, and can give you tips. But like I don't think that has been constructed. I don't think AI can tell you like how to construct fashion, can it? How to like put together a dress from a pattern that you have? I don't think it's that intelligent. It only relies on like words and logic, and fashion is more like creative. Sometimes it's intuitive, imaginative. Like there's creativity in there that I don't think artificial intelligence has like really been able to manifest or like replicate. There's so much loss in using AI versus humans. So much loss. Creativity, feelings, imagination. We humans are the best. We humans are the best, you know? We can't be replaced by AI, and we shouldn't be replaced by AI, no matter what the theoretical argument is, you know? But it's in our life, I understand. It's just... I'm just kind of wondering, like, how could it be positive, if anything? Like, how could it be positive? I don't know. Helping us with our tech softwares? I don't know. How is AI just in general helpful? I don't get it. Right now it's rubbish. Carrie says, I'm studying graphic design, and human-made art will always be superior to whatever stolen, heartless, garbage generative LLMs do. Yeah, it's true. I don't like AI-generated art. It's actually really creepy. Yeah. And it's making life more competitive. Like, we're already struggling to get jobs. We're already struggling to get opportunities in general. Like, most people are just living paycheck to paycheck. So this is just not serving the normal working class person, especially like those that have to pay for, let's say, their family's needs. Like, what if you're the sole income? You're like the sole income, right, for a family of 5, and then you have AI replace your job. Like, what are we doing? Again, it's a hypothetical, but like, it can happen. It can happen. A lot of the factories in my hometown get automized all the time, So like once the worker's fired, what happens to them? They're out of a job and now they have to move on and get to the next best thing that they can find. And the cycle continues of them being exploited. So we could have invested that efficiency or that automatization into like worker rights or worker wages, like pay them better, but a lot of organizations rather automate to save money than to invest in humans, which I don't understand. It's just money, it's just paper, but greed, man, greed can consume you. Carrie says, how can you seriously be the industry standard for professional artists while undermining their future with that crap? Yeah, I don't, oh yeah, I don't know. People with their theories are interesting, huh? I ran to my instructor about that so often. Yeah, that's really concerning. I feel like my rant about critical thinking yesterday was also like, I guess in a way, inadvertently connected to like just what's happening with our youth. Like, we are so reliant on the internet, right? I was mentioning that, and like maybe most of us watch TikTok or Instagram or streams, but also we have such easy access to ChatGPT, or what is it, the Grok one on Twitter, and then we have other ones as well. But that doesn't really help us like grow as humans. It just gives us solutions that are immediate, and then they don't even source back to anything. Like, where's the sources? It's just sad. It's just really sad. And I have a background as being a writer. I can pull up my blog. Like, I used to be a sustainable fashion writer. Not to like show off or anything. It's just to contextualize what I'm saying. Oh my god, I glitched. But where is it? Okay, so I've been published, right? Most of these articles are still standing. And one of the biggest things they taught me was about SEO stuff. I didn't write that article. Why did it link there? About SEO stuff. And that was really helpful for me because I learned like what was catchy. Most of the links are dead. How dare they destroy my blog post? Oh my god, they destroyed it. Bro, it's only been like 6 years. Can I get an example? Damn. Oh my god, not all my links being destroyed. No! Okay, I wrote this. 5 facts about women rights in Panama by the Borgen Project. So they really helped me like understand SEO stuff, how to make my points across. It took me quite literally hours to write this article. Hours, so that it could be pushed out into the Googleverse, right? And then ChatGPT just kind of just came and destroyed everything about intentional writing and strategic writing, just like the learning process for us, like the people researching and writing the article, but like also the reader of the article, you know? Like, it was a mutual dance of like learning and engaging and like thinking, and now it's just everything is being handed to us. And a lot of sustainable fashion brands have actually gone under. So by brands I mean blogs. There's just a lot of like sustainable fashion bloggers that they branded themselves under, and then that would be like their whole thing on Instagram. That was like their thing. Just bloggers. Carrie says, there's a student in my business class who has used ChatGPT to generate her responses to easy assignments in class. Yeah, it's just a lazy way of approaching it. It's such a lazy way of approaching life. Also, I think you may have missed my message about Adobe. It gives more context for that message you read. Oh, so infuriating how the industry standard Adobe products push Gen AI so much. They even launched Firefly, which is all AI. Oh, I thought you were talking about the writer of the article for this. So where was I? So the writer of this, her name is Sophie. She is like industry leader, and she like sets the tone of like the narrative in sustainable fashion. So I thought you meant that. And she does influence the work of a lot of other like creative leaders in the fashion industry. So I thought you were calling them like professional artists. But it's kind of like the same thing you were talking about. It's kind of like what the fuck are we doing as just leaders in a space, you know? Adobe? I didn't know Adobe had Gen AI though. Firefly, which is all AI? No. So what do you actually end up doing? Just prompts? Oh my god. What are these quote-unquote industry leaders doing? Oh my god, my head hurts. Guys, I don't think I can make it to 11. I think I'm gonna jump off soon. I just, I feel like my head is, like, really just tired all of a sudden. I don't know, I think I'm crashing. That was fine earlier on, and then I've been slowly getting more, like, tired, so I'll probably jump off. Oh, see, I see that also applies. What a weird time. I guess so, I haven't touched it. There is features in other software if there is offer generative features. Interesting. I think it is prompted. I don't know. I won't look it up. I think I'm good. I don't need to know. I'm not going to use it. I will stay misinformed. I'll be intentionally misinformed. Okay, so what are the other few things I want to talk about? Oh, the Eco Fashion Week. Okay, I do want to cover this before I head off. I can do some fun stuff with you guys. I feel like these news streams start off really strong and then I get really tired by the end of it. But I don't want to end it off like that. You had an all-nighter today. It totally makes sense that you're tired. Yeah, I don't know why. I was feeling so strong and mighty. I was feeling so strong and mighty. What the heck? And then it just came out of nowhere that I was tired. I was such a baby. No, I'm kidding. I'm tired because of the night. So Eco Fashion Week is happening, and this is in Arizona. It's going to happen from April 18th to the 25th. It'll bring together a lot of different types of people, designers, entrepreneurs, students, and community members for a lot of events around sustainability, innovation, and ethical practices. So that looks fun. I think these are photos from last year. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I'm so jealous. I want to watch some videos of this if they have any on YouTube. It'd probably be the 2025 or 2024 one. But yeah, I just hope they have stuff. Oh wait, we were gonna talk about Coachella. Damn. Oh my gosh, there's always so much to talk about. What the heck? So much stuff. Eco Fashion Week. I think this was last year's. Let me do 2025. Arizona Eco Fashion Week 2025. This was, yeah, rah. Ew. Why did my video pop up? 600 views? Oh my gosh. Ew. Ew. Okay, let's watch this one.
Okay, April, thank you. Tomorrow is Earth Day, and today we're talking about sustainable fashion and the push to reduce the environmental impacts on the industry. So, local fashion incubator Fabric runs the annual Eco Fashion Week here in the Valley. And this morning, we are joined by the co-founder and sustainable fashion designer, Angela Johnson, here to talk about it. Thank you so much for coming. This is so cool and such a great effort.
Oh, thanks for having us. We're so excited for a platform to be able to share what we do.
I love it. So let's...
Wait, I think I've watched this in the past. Wait, I've covered this. I've covered the Eco Fashion Week. Wait, I've covered this. I remember.
Start with sustainable fashion, what it is and why it's so important.
Well, first of all, I don't think the average person really understands like how unsustainable the fashion industry is currently. Everything we buy is made offshore in unethical and unsustainable ways.
Oh my goodness, I've already watched this a bit. I think it's just a repetition of what we've like talked about. So I don't want to keep grilling it in y'all's head like what we've already, you know, seen and talked about. But that's fun. That's coming up. I guess we can look at the photos. Wow. There's not a lot of photos. Do they have a clothing swap? No. They were just doing carbon neutral certifications with eco stance, helping them become officially carbon neutral brands. Oh, that's so nerdy. Okay. There's nothing to watch really on the internet, and then it's re-explaining everything we already talked about today, so I'm gonna move on. What is this? I stopped wearing plastic clothes for 30 days. That seems interesting. Okay. I think this is one of the last things I'm gonna watch, to be honest. You know what I realized? Wait, maybe this is a good conversational point. I realized that my streams are incredibly nerdy. Nerdy fashion time. Oh. Is there any like other nerdy streamers that talk about stuff? I wonder who. Guys, I'm on a comparison arc right now. I just want to compare myself to everything. I'm here for the nerdiness. Nerds unite. Aw, cute. It's just, look, they're not doing anything nerdy. That's annoying me. Why? Okay, let's do another Hassan Piker watch. Get that inspo fuel. Get that inspo fuel.
And the only way we can do that is through organizing. One of the first speakers, I forget your name, had some interesting words to say, that there's always going to be power. I say we put the power back in the hands of the many, rather than the power in the hands of the few. If a dictatorship is inevitable, I'd rather have it be a dictatorship of the proletariat than one that is designed around the needs of the bourgeois class. And on that note, thank you so much for having me today. Look forward to seeing yourself on clips.
Guys, that was an amazing speech. It's almost like we were here for the entire thing. Clappies. Wow. We're so smart. We came at the perfect time.
Appropriate motion.
Okay.
The motion, the chair.
I have the previous question.
No. Serious up by finger and nail.
I move we make the guy.
Hearing seconds and no objections, the guest is so thanked. Is there now perhaps an appropriate motion?
For the motion.
Speaker.
I move the previous question. Second.
Hearing seconds and no objections, we will now come to a vote. Floor leaders, please come to the front. Per the Union Constitution, please only raise your hand to vote if you are a member of one of our 7 parties. All those!
Bro, what in the nerdiness is this? This is like too much nerdiness. Okay, I was hoping for something, not like everything. Oh my god. They're nerd maxing. Okay, I don't need that much. It's like overdosing on nerdish. Like, this is Yale freaking nerds. Look at all them hands. Freaking straight A students. Bro, this is too much. Look at them. Like, y'all don't need to be that nerdy. Rich Yale nerd maxing. Okay, this is way too much. I kind of am like getting pissed off. Oh my god, bunch of nerds. I'm a nerd. I am. Okay, it's just, this is a whole different level.
Oh yeah. I vote for the...
Hassan doesn't even fucking know what's going on.
Negative of the resolution, please raise your hand.
Ooh.
What's happening? What is going on? I have a question. What's going on?
Yeah. All those
like the Temu version of Harry Potter. Bro, what is going on? They've shook hands like 500 times. It's just I don't know what the context is.
Is there perhaps a final appropriate motion? Mr. Gant.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move we adjourn.
There are seconds and no objections. It is so moved.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Pleasure to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you.
Just trying to get us to adjourn.
Marissa says, "Was that speech satire? How the heck will there be a dictator of the proletariat?" Bro, I ain't smart. You're asking good questions, though. I don't know.
What is this for, USA Today?
Yes, sir. You're doing an interview with us.
Oh, yeah, I am, yeah. You're right.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, I have it in my pocket.
We're gonna take a picture.
1 second.
Yeah.
Let me just give this to Marge.
Yeah, you got it.
There you go.
We're gonna go to our events. People or should we just go through?
Yeah, no, I'll meet the people. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, but
I'm looking to get in frame model by you in that picture.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Nice, chill.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we'll talk at the event. Okay. All right. More. When do we need to go to the event?
As soon as Mr. Piper is done.
Just let me know. I'm gonna.
Okay. The event is dinner, right, or something?
We do have a charcuterie.
Okay. Cool. What's up?
He just wants his freaking dinner. A simple man.
Incredible.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant, both of you.
Can we take a picture?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Okay,
of course.
Stay well.
What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to stand like in between everybody? How do we want to do it? It's gonna be tough. Okay. First, let's do just us three. Is that what you want to do? Wait, first I'm gonna do just with them two, and then with everybody. Okay?
Party.
All right. Get in.
Okay.
The party guy looks fun. I'll be his friend. Wait. Okay. I don't know why we're watching this. I lost track, guys. I've lost the point.
You know what? Hit that 0.5, Doug.
Yeah, I'll get that.
It's so interesting seeing how people like congregate to like take photos. I just find it funny because everyone's just so awkward. And so I analyze like how people's personalities play out to like organize a group photo. So I was kind of like analyzing his funny demeanor and how he's really extroverted and affirming, but also like really chill. I was analyzing how the short girl was like next to him and just like funny. I don't know. I like to analyze like the social dynamics of stuff.
Amazing. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Also, yeah, thanks for coming. Usually we get like a bunch of like.
What's going on? Thank
It's
you.
been all right-wing guests this semester, so.
I bet you none of them. I bet you.
Wow, dude, we're leaving. Anyways, wow, you're back with the frontline Latina that cares about fashion news. Oh wow, what the heck? Welcome back to the grassroots fashion news hub, where it's just me in my room against the world. Me and us against the world. What the heck? Or with the world? Who knows? I have to philosophize a bit more. Okay, what else should we talk about? Guys, I honestly feel like I'm gonna jump off, I think. Let me see. B Corps. I'm looking at the stuff before showing you. Okay. I'm gonna jump off right now. I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but there's a lot more you can watch. So there's supposedly L'Oreal like improving the beauty's sustainable fashion future. Their beauty's sustainable future. I think they're doing something with their makeup. No clue. But I was gonna watch that, opening a thrift store. The influencer followed me, but sweeping new B Corp standards could strip fashion and beauty brands of their certification. Oh, B Corp is doing its actual job now. Sustainable fashion's end-of-life problem. Another theoretical article we can think about. The Geek of Chic, from digitalizing luxury to enabling sustainable fashion. Colombia had a little panel moment. Climate, fashion, and politics with Gia. That was another conversational podcasty thing we could have listened to. Zero waste fashion has never looked this good. She featured this one guy, this is one designer who does zero waste fashion. I linked it twice for some reason. And then, oh, I want to go to this concert. I recently listened to Holani on Spotify. So freaking good, guys. So freaking good. And also I want to learn how to do silk fan dancing. Guys, I don't know how to hang out on streams, just like not doing anything. Is that bad? I don't know how to just like bullshit streams. I have to have like a lot of structure and a lot of like things to talk about. But I see other streamers and they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of hanging out. And then I feel bad because I'm like, this feels like a classroom. It feels like a hardcore classroom full of like takeaways and analysis, which is my niche, I get, and it's only one day out of the week, but like I just it feels like it's a lot. It's maybe that's why I haven't grown, because a lot of people just don't know about the topic, and then like it's just a lot, right? Or am I just fishing for compliments? I just love to fish for compliments. Okay, so Holani, she goes by, is this her? No, this, what? Where is she? Oh yeah, she goes by Nico Rubio. Okay, she needs to work on her username. It's Nico Rubio. I want to go see her in person. She's coming to Chicago, actually. Sirena, I think is the one that I listened to. No, it was Ring Ring. Marissa says, no, it's not bad at all. Maybe the fact that you want to do more structured streams means maybe you don't have to stream as long. Find your own path. It takes a long time to grow as a streamer. Maybe the fact that you want to do more structured streams means maybe you don't have to stream as long. Oh, I see. Because they're so structured, I end really quickly. So that's the thing, like we could just hang out. We could just hang out. And I was planning to do that. Like, I think it was last week I streamed the news and then I did gaming. I think that's what I did, right? I jumped on again at 9 and then I ran up until 11 just gaming. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I really want to do like an IRL fashion stream. I feel like that would like fulfill like the desire to do something else, and then like when I do the news, I just kind of like do the news, and don't feel pressure to do anything else. So I'll figure out how to do a fashion IRL stream, and then the fashion design stream on Friday will be so freaking fun, and then I don't have anything else planned for this week, so the next time I'll be live is for Twitch and YouTube Friday from 5 to 11. I'll do the PJs, but for the Whatnot show, I was thinking about going live again tomorrow. at 11, but my head feels like it's so cooked. Like the anxiety and the stress of like whatnot, it has been a lot. So I don't know what my vibe would be tomorrow. I just feel like it would be a lot to go and whatnot tomorrow. So I probably most likely will not go tomorrow. It doesn't feel like Tuesday. It feels like a Thursday, guys. It feels like a Thursday. And I feel like this week has been going on forever. So I think I'm gonna go on whatnot on Thursday, to be totally honest. I feel like I just need to disappear from the internet, from like everything tomorrow. There's like other personal stuff that I'm going through that I haven't really discussed that kind of like makes me feel like I'm losing my head. So I think tomorrow I just need like time to just go to the store, buy groceries, chill out, not be on the internet. You can barely see me. Not be on the internet that much, I guess. Yeah. Carrie says planning outfits of the day for the week / few days out could be fun. I love to see your wardrobe. Celebrity event fashion reviews could also be fun and casual. Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be fun. Celebrity event fashion reviews. Dude, that would be such an amazing idea. You're cooking. Actually, I'm gonna take a photo of that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be completely offline tomorrow. I feel like I'm losing my head for another situation that I haven't shared, and it's messing with me. It's just messing with me. I have to figure out like a game plan for other stuff that I'm doing. Constantly applying to jobs is something I'm gonna have to do. So I'll be back on whatnot on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. Thursday. It takes a long time to grow as a streamer. It really does. But you know what I'm bothered about? That people that like network or like know someone gets a lift up out of nowhere. Like for nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say, but I watch a streamer who got their viewers and followers because of their connections, but like what they actually do in the streams are essentially nothing. They just talk about like nothing. I don't know how to explain it. Like they were trying to like figure out what to do in the stream, and it was like, bro, we're watching your stream and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with the stream. It was like mind-boggling. It was annoying. It was just annoying because like I'm fighting so hard to grow, and then I see people grow because they just know someone. You know what I mean? And I don't know anyone in the industry. Enjoy your internet rest. Thank you. Yeah, I think I really need it just to like take a moment, like be a bit more positive, and then just like trust the process a bit more, because I feel like for the entire year I've been streaming, I've been pushing to improve in like content and like improving and just in general in life, and I think I think I'm becoming impatient, and I think the comparison is coming from that. I'm just impatient because I don't know what will work or what's gonna work for me, but I'm not gonna really change, if that makes sense. Like my personality is not going to change, my interests are not going to change, so it's like, who's going to be willing to like help me grow for who I am, you know? And it just kind of hurts that there's people just growing for no reason. Like there's nothing of substance there, in my opinion, if they're just standing there wondering what they should talk about to their loyal viewers that are invested for I don't know what reason. I don't know why people are invested in like people that just don't talk about anything. Yes, enjoy your internet rest, yeah. But you know what I mean? It's kind of confusing. I don't know if I should blame it on myself or like if I'm being jealous or what, but like I guess some people are just lucky in a way to know certain people that help them grow. Oh, also that reminds me, I am currently working on collaborating with people. So I have set up an interview a time with a YouTuber. She does sustainable fashion content. She's a smaller creator, but she has around like 2K subs on YouTube. So I'm gonna send her the questions tomorrow. She focuses on political fashion. She's based in London. And then I do have another interview that's coming up that will be hosted in May with like a long-standing sustainable fashion creator. And maybe I can even like interview the blue powder people that I was mentioning earlier. Marissa says also, it's so nice to have a small platform because it gives you space and grace to experiment and get comfortable. Oh, yes, that's true. That is true. Also, I really like how the chat is low because I watch other like supposedly smaller streamers that have like 100 views, right? But their chat is like really busy because their loyal chatters are like constantly chatting. So I wouldn't know how to like read the chat that fast. So that's a skill I have to keep improving upon, that I don't have yet. But you know how like when you, how do I describe this? You know when like you have something but you want more? That's what I'm you know when you want something and you want more? Wow, what did I just freaking say? There's a desire to be bigger, I guess, but I haven't collaborated with anyone, and that's just on me. Woo, collabs. Yeah, the thing is, I need to find the right people to do that. And yeah, maybe on Friday I'll be in a better mood. I'll be well rested. I will feel more inspired and focused. I just can't help but to compare. But again, I am like literally the only sustainable fashion streamer I know. Like no one is really talking about this topic on Twitch or YouTube. There is YouTubers, there is bloggers, there's like Instagrammers, but like no one actively talking about this on a via live stream. And like I've never met a live streamer in person. I've never met a real live streamer, which makes this whole industry so much harder to contextualize. So like hopefully for the event that I'm going to on Thursday that I mentioned, I can like meet other creatives that understand the industry that I'm in, and hopefully they want to like collaborate with me. Like they want to like do an IRL stream or have brainstorming ideas. That way I can just like feel like I'm part of like the industry, because when you're in it alone in your room with like no one to talk to about it, it can feel like you're just on an island by yourself, and it's just completely up to you to like figure it out. But there's like a lot of other people out there like actually caring and doing the same thing as you. So yes, I'm actively working on it. Things are changing. I'm actually going outside on Sunday. I'm actually gonna like go talk to like creators, and then oddly enough, people are like chatting more. Not just because of Carrie, but like the other unknown soul guy, he started commenting more, even though he's followed me since October, which was interesting. I think he's Arabic because he kept talking about Arabia, so that's interesting. So yeah, fun stuff to reflect on. But yeah, that's pretty much the stream. I'll be back Thursday at 11 for the Whatnot show, and then Friday for the design thing. But I will see you later. I definitely hope you find a content creation buddy to go on the journey with. That'd be so much fun. Yeah, that'd be so much fun. So freaking fun. Okay, bye guys. Have a good night. Thank you for all the support. Hopefully you're having a lovely Tuesday night. Sorry if this was a bit boring or whatever, but I hopefully we learned something. Hopefully we'll learn something.